what 67 minutes got you, what did you get up to for 67 minutes? And that's exactly what we want to know. It was Mandela Day. You had 67 minutes to spend on something incredible. So share with us a picture, voice notes, a video, or anything cool that you might have done, or anything special that really stands out for you, because what an opportunity it was. And of course, the number is 063-036-9649. Don't forget to use the hashtag Expresso Show, and don't forget to add lots and lots of detail, because I want to hear all those glorious stories of Friday and maybe even the weekend, because it was one that had a lot of opportunity for impact and change. I can't wait to hear from you, Mzansi. And right now, I also can't wait to hear from Carissa, because she's about to stand by and deliver official duties. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Raul. With just 3 minutes after 6 o'clock, let's get into your national news headlines, where more than 200 FlySafair pilots, represented by Solidarity, will begin a 2-week strike from today after negotiations over a proposed 10% wage increase and improved working conditions stalled. What was intended as a one-day stoppage expanded over the CCMA-authorized longer industrial action. Now, the union rejected FlySafair's 5.7% offer, citing fatigue from rigid rosters and management neglect. Now, the airline has activated contingency plans and rescheduled flight for affected days to minimize disruption. Meanwhile, a worsening relationship between crew and management continues to swell tensions. In other national news, Gauteng's Department of Arts and Culture has committed to preventing the liquidation of the Mandela House Museum in Orlando West, out in Soweto, following a plea from the Soweto Tourism Association. Now, the process remains unresolved after 5 years, but officials have now pledged to protect the house where Nelson Mandela lived from 1946 to 1962. As one of South Africa's most iconic tourist and educational sites, the museum aims to preserve Mandela's legacy and serve as a focal point for community upliftment, tourism, and heritage education. In your international news-making headlines, a recent directive banning wigs, hair extensions, and light skin lightening products at Dakar's Grand Theatre sparked widespread backlash and was reversed within a day. The memo, issued by the theatre's director and stamped by the National Culture Ministry, aimed to promote Pan-African values, but is widely condemned as sexist and invasive. Now, feminist groups and civil society accuse decision-makers of policing women's bodies under the guise of cultural pride. Public criticism underscored broader tensions around identity, gender politics, and nationalism in Senegal, prompting officials to rescind the policy almost instantly. Meanwhile, Pope Leo issued a strong appeal for an end to the, quote, barbarity of war, end quote, following an Israeli airstrike that struck the Holy Family Catholic Church out in Gaza City, killing 3 people and injuring others. The attack, which hit the church roof near its main cross and shattered windows, occurred as civilians sheltered within the compound. Now, delivering his remarks after his Angelus prayer, Pope Leo read the names of the victims and urged the international community to uphold humanitarian law, protect civilians, and prevent collective punishment amidst escalating violence. And closing up with this here's story where final figures are in. Ozzy Osbourne's farewell concert raised a staggering £140 million, over 3.3 billion rand, for charities including Cure Parkinson's and Birmingham Children's Hospital. Now held earlier this month at Villa Park, triumphant note. A great way to close up your first bit of news for this morning. Now let's get into those rugby highlights and more with Graham.
Hey, listen, it used to just be sporting highlights. Okay, now we're getting nuanced. It's rugby. Okay, it looked like no bats were harmed in the making of that particular concert. Over the weekend, a couple of Georgians did take some knocks. The Springboks racking up their July test block with a dominant 55-10 win over Georgia in Mbombela. Well done to the fans for rocking up as well. Debutant Manus van der Merwe and winger Edward van der Merwe both scoring twice in a 9-try performance. Then Lachlan Nokia was named man of the match as the Boks now shift focus, of course, to the upcoming Rugby Championship. Things are looking good on all levels of South African rugby. Let's turn to the junior Springboks, who ended a 13-year title drought with a dominant 23-15 win over the junior All Blacks in their World Rugby Under-20 Championship final in Italy. So tries from Nkola Inyali, Jalemo Mento, plus Vusi Moyo's accurate boot, sealing the win. Some dominant scrumming, brilliant driving mauls, powering South Africa to their second global Under-20 crown. Well done, lads. Now, the same seems to be written in the stars as we turn to football. Banyana booking their place in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations semi-finals with a 4-1 penalty shootout win over Senegal. That was after their goalless draw in Morocco yesterday. Goalkeeper Ayanda Dlamini, the hero, once again saving 2 spot kicks. So South Africa now, as a result, face defending champions Nigeria, while the hosts Morocco meet Ghana in the other glittering semi-final, and that all takes place tomorrow. Now, let's get into the cricket, and looks like a little glory on offer as well there. South Africa sealed a place in the Tri-Series T20 International Final with a dominant 7-wicket win over Zimbabwe in Harare yesterday. Ruben Hermans smashed a 63 of 36 balls to create the right platform, supported by Rassie van der Dissen's unbeaten 52, as the Proteas chased down 145 with ease. Superb death bowling from Corbin Bosch and Nandre Burger, restricting Zimbabwe to 144 for 6, and of course the batters doing the job. That's where we leave our sport for now. We'll delve a little deeper into some of the rugby's action. Lots to unpack. So many positive signs for Rassie after this particular international block, so we'll delve into that. But right now, the foot of the new week, let's get some environmental news in, and it looks like quite an interesting one to kick us off.
Yeah, thank you so much, G-Man, and definitely an interesting one, and one that might be close to many of our hearts. These are like our distant cousins. We are talking about environmental news right now, and this morning is that baboon management in Cape Town is once more in the spotlight following the proposal to relocate 5 troops from the South Peninsula. Now, over 100 people protested in Simonstown this weekend, urging the city of Cape Town, Sandparks and Cape Nature to consider alternatives. Now, conservationists argue that baboons are vital to biodiversity, dispersing seeds and revitalizing ecosystems after fires. Now, the quote coming through saying, "Are we going to treat this like any other global city, or will we make accommodations for our precious wildlife?" Unquote. Now, this is the question, and they wanted to know an answer. Now, a memorandum was handed to officials demanding better waste control, enforcement of bylaws, and more compassionate solutions. Well, from our first round of weather news, I think it's official that we can dive into our sunrise view of the hour and start this week off on a beautiful note. And look at this. Mossel Bay is looking incredible. I'm not sure what beach this is exactly, if it's Santos Dias, but it's absolutely incredible. And I can't thank you enough, Clive, for sending this one in. Look at the colors. Even before the sun comes through, it's just giving that pre-burn and the ominous of a beautiful day ahead. So thank you so much, Clive. This is spectacular. You can expect 16 degrees of weather on your side of town. And remind them, Zanzi, keep sending these views through. We absolutely love it. The number's 063 036 9649. For now, though, it's your first chance to take a look at the temperatures that you can expect on your side of town. Enjoy.
We can dream, man. We can dream. Well, hopefully that tells the tale of your weekend. I hope it was sunshine and roses and rainbows across. Now, let's get into it, because it was a big weekend. Obviously, my family came back, so really excited. But how were the weekends? What were the highlights?
We established that we had such wholesome weekends, not together, separately. We spent so much time with our families, which was so important. Sometimes you just need a weekend to, like, remember your community and remember what really matters.
Recalibrate.
By that, I mean karaoke with my uncles. That's what I did.
Oh, did we get the jazz?
Jazzing was happening. They call them the poodles, my mom and her sisters, and we just had such a good time to Dancing Queen. It was my uncle's 70th birthday, so all the hits from the 60s, 70s, artists that I'd never even heard of before all came out.
You got it down, eh? You got the sway.
I've been practicing.
That looked like a massive, even the
That
karaoke
looked like an
came out.
It came out.
Massive
They bought
success.
a machine for this.
In
Look
our
at that.
culture, that's the biggest win you can get.
Come on
Yeah,
now.
but I bet you as well, everyone can sing.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. Yeah, I know.
It was
That's the
all
thing.
there. It was beautiful.
People be harmonizing from the kitchen as they're coming out with cakes, and literally everyone can sing. I get that.
Yes, it was a beautiful
I'm
time
so
to
happy.
celebrating. Uncle John, we love you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Uncle John, legend.
Beautiful stuff. Listen, I'm going to be heading off soon, and I'm going to be like away for a week or so. So we had to make some family time. That was very important. Try to combine that with 67 minutes. So Friday started off with some fun and games. We got to get into the mountain, got to have a hike. Also used that 67 minutes to just like pick up as much dirt as I could on the trail.
Sure.
Yo, guys, I was so shocked. Like in one of my favorite trails, we went out to Cecilia Waterfall, and there was so much dirt out there. It was wild, but the views were incredible. There was this weird sort of like mist over Cape Town.
Where the
like,
light starts doing magical things.
You know how it does. I also got something fun to do on the weekend. I don't know if you remember, Elian was here from Epicenter and Virgin Active Paddle, and they had one of the biggest paying tournaments of the weekend. There was a prize pool of 400,000 Rand, and the winning team got 270,000 Rand. So I got an incredible opportunity to go check it out at Epicenter. Yo, everybody was just like top class. Even the women. I was like, they would give me a high if I took them on.
How close to money earning potential are you in this sport, dude?
After watching this, after watching this, there's a long way to go. Look at the shots that these women are pulling off. I was absolutely blown away. So this was an incredible opportunity to see the very best of the best in South Africa, which I absolutely love to. And kudos to all the teams and that incredible organization. And then I also just snuck in a surf, just because I could.
Oh my gosh, what a busy
It sounds like
weekend.
the surf was good. Building last week and building up to the weekend.
Yesterday, but it was fun. It was a lot of joyful surf, and I got to dance around and just do something fun in the ocean. So it was perfect.
Yo, you always make me realize I'm not doing enough on my weekend.
What do you mean, man? I've got to just try and always just do a little bit.
If you think about it, you were doing exactly the same thing. The two-step forward.
Yeah,
you were just
and the two-step back.
I was in the ocean. Same.
Same. Well, I was also going with the flow. My flow was slightly different over the weekend. Of course, I got home thinking maybe just a painting crew would be there, but of course they were not. It was just me and my paint covered, but there's my future wall. And we've now mounted the wall. Darlington, thank you so much. I love you guys for helping me. It's the mirror, and it all just came out.
That colour is beautiful.
And heroes, we found him.
And the joy is I could let the animals out because I was working alone now. So I got a lot of support along the way. But all of them have green, white, and eggshell paint on them in one place or another.
Just check Energy's nails today. Where's the rest of the hard work?
I've still got paint in between my toes. You don't understand. I wake up with a sheet like stuck to my foot. And then, of course, the family came home. So it was so worth it. The place looks amazing. Of course, Lindy came home and redesigned everything around. But I kind of knew it was coming. But my heart is filling. Having my kids
for
back,
creating such a beautiful environment for the family to come home to, man. That's what pops can do.
Good job, Grace.
No, I mean,
Worth it, though.
I was in a shop and someone asked me, and I'd been to the same shop the previous day, and one of the guys asked, he's like, are you a professional fighter? Because we were debating yesterday, either you're a labourer or you don't. I'm like, I'm a labourer. That's it. And I wear it with pride. But yeah, we had an amazing weekend, so hopefully you did as well. Share some love, share some of the highlights, what you got up to on Friday as well. We'd love to hear from you, and that's what we put you on the socials. And of course, I'm sure you watched some rugby.
Wow, what a game it was. Of course, Jimin and I are going to be chatting about that and bringing you all the latest, because the future's looking good, let me tell you, and there's so much more to dive into, but you just don't need to go anywhere. We're going to keep you up to date.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Smiles all round. Welcome back. Hopefully you are buzzing after a beautiful weekend. The Boks did their part. They wrapped up their opening test block with a dominant 55-10 win over Georgia, who made them play in Mbombela over the weekend. A night of debut tries, a couple in fact, for each. Ruan Nokia, masterclass, and of course a Fanamerva double act stealing the spotlight.
Absolutely, but listen, with bigger tests ahead, there's a lot to reflect on.
Yep.
So we got to unpack the win and what it means for the road to the Rugby Championship. So we're joined by none other than our family member, Good Hope FM sports presenter, Adrian Edley, in the building. How you doing, bro?
Oh man, I'm great. It's
Coming
been
with
such a
smiles.
good weekend.
Can we just say congratulations to the under-20s as well?
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like we're just
man.
losing our minds are not mentioning them.
That was
13
incredible.
good route, I think. Incredible. So well done to them, and of course inspired by the Springboks. Where do we begin? Obviously a Fanamerva double act, Ruan Nokia. I mean, and it's so nice to know that we have got back up in that position, or maybe a star taking centre stage in that position. But what stood out the most for you? There were so many highlights, man.
Again, so many highlights. But I think the biggest takeaway is definitely how much depth we have in the squad. I mean, we spoke on Friday about, is it a risk, starting these three very inexperienced in the front row? And I mean, they performed amazingly. It just shows that our front row is the most important thing.
They were try-scoring machines. What are you doing?
Exactly. So even these, newbies are able to perform in such an amazing way.
Yeah. And I got to say kudos to Georgia, because for me, just looking at that front pack especially, they were stacked, man.
Yeah.
These look like
heavy,
European Fijians, like
Yeah.
a hybrid of sorts. And they really brought it to South Africa, especially on the breakdown. And you saw a couple of moments, there wasn't pure domination.
Yeah,
They brought it through. You could see that battle was breaking down in the ruck as well. Something to learn from this? It's not the same Springbok front pack force we're seeing, or is it the fact that people are catching on to us?
I think definitely, if you look at the first half, for example, I mean, by the time it was halftime, they were only trailing by 15 points.
Yeah.
That first half was a lot closer than I think any of us thought it would be. But I think that's just a symptom of, when you're so good as a team, people look at a massive win like this and still try and find some errors. But look, obviously there were going to be mistakes. This was, like we said, a very experimental team.
Period, yeah.
Yeah, and I think these few games were always going to be experimental. So I'm not too concerned from what I saw. Yeah.
We've seen Argentina do that to us for years. Just slow down the breakdown, and it looks like everything's falling apart. Yeah. And it's a very negative way of playing rugby. But again, kudos to Georgia, because they did have some positive elements to how they played. They really punched above their weight class. Let's talk about the nice problems that Rassie has now at number 9.
Yes.
How do you keep Grant Williams out of that side when you've got a wing in that halfback channel? I mean, he offers you a dynamism that is just off the charts.
Yeah, definitely. I think when the series started, we had people like Morne van der Berg. He was sort of...
And he looked good.
He was spoken as to be the next, sort of scrum halfback. Grant Williams, come now. Like he was saying, speed, he has the kicking ability, the passing. He was setting people up like it was nothing. A big headache. Also, especially when Faf came on, he also performed really well. I mean, Faf is a very good option off the bench as well. So that's definitely a big headache. Who's going to play the number 9? There's so many
that's
options.
A nice problem. Would the number 9 being as dynamic as he is, can that throw your number 10? Because Sasha might have been one of the weak spots by his unbelievable standard.
Yeah.
Do you think that had something to do with it? With so many young players trying to prove themselves, they need to be sharing one mind, not looking for gaps, or am I completely off the mark?
No, I think definitely the role of the number 9 is changing now. And I think that the number 10 needs to adapt as well. Because in the past, the number 9 sort of doing what the number 10 would have done as well. I think we did see Sasha struggle. He likes to sort of trail off to the wing, sort of find some space to run in as well. But they were very dominant against him in that position. I think Grant sort of capitalized on that, on his lack of chances. He was able to capitalize.
So he saw the gap, yeah.
Listen, we've got a tough decision to make here, and luckily this is Rassie's and not ours, because we've got to find our force. We've got to find that first team. With all these youngsters coming through now, making these big statements, fighting for their positions, what would you say, Adrian, would be some of the top choices of these youngsters that you'd want to keep in the squad? We had that start. We had Vincent Chichuka, Edwin van der Merwe. We've got all these players standing up saying, I'm ready to take that number 1 spot. In your mind, who's really been a standout over these past few games, and who's going to be not making the cut? It's a tough one.
No, this is really so tough. I think obviously Grant Williams is definitely he's in contention to be our starting scrum half. People like Vincent, Chichuka in the first 2 tests as well. I mean, we haven't seen him now for 3 matches, but he's been brilliant. I thought he was absolutely brilliant playing in that number 7 role. Obviously, going to be hard to take.
Building throughout the season to this
Yes,
point.
exactly.
There, yeah.
Exactly. No, Edwin van der Merwe as well, challenging for that wing position. Honestly, even our debuts in the prop department as well. I mean, dominant, absolutely dominant. So as you said, I'm glad I'm not making this decision because I don't know where I would go, honestly.
I'm just thinking, how does the bomb squad fit into this new dynamic, man? I'm trying to understand.
A whole bomb squad, bro.
Rusty, we feel your pain, but it's all the right kind of pain. Such unbelievable squad depth, but I think it speaks to the amount of work that's been invested in South African rugby in key positions over the last few seasons. Absolutely amazing. So well done to the Boks, well done to the Junior Boks, and good luck for the Rugby Championship. Oh, boy, and I'm not ready.
So much excitement still ahead of us. But listen, this Monday, today, could become memorable when you play Daily Lotto, and that is for an estimated 450,000 Rand jackpot. So play now for your chance to win big, and this payday could be yours really soon. How do you get your hands on some tickets? Well, you buy them when the stores open. You head to the website, nationallottery.co.za. There is the mobile app. There's, of course, cell phone banking, or you could simply just dial *120 *7529# for all your USSD. Of course, every single one of these details are on our Expresso social pages. At Expresso Show is where you find us. So please go and check it out. Give us a follow, give us a like, and then Panda Pusha Play Daily Lotto. And that, again, is for an estimated 450,000 Rand jackpot. It only happens today, and you could win big, Expresso fam. So please do your duty and play right now.
Good luck. I'm going to play as well, so not all the luck, but good luck. You can have some of the luck.
I'm going to take all of that, man. And listen, while we take some of that luck, we're hopefully going to give you something to help you feel better and faster with the power of Pelargonium. I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but it's something that is definitely going to give you that extra boost. We're still in the cold sort of seasons. We're still dealing with the most, a little bit wheezy there. Sorry, bro. Apologies. Don't worry, we've got something for
I'm going to have
this.
to get my mask out and get in studio. Don't worry. And then Catherine Lowe is in the house. You talk about powering up for a brand new week. You need to energize. You need to move. In fact, move it or lose it. That is the notion for this week. So get up, get warmed up, move the coffee table, and yes, the workout will begin in just a moment. You can see how excited I am.
Okay, I'm going to move, sir. Okay.
Because I'm not doing the workout, so I can be. Hopefully you will after the break. We'll see you now.
Yep.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3 and I'm Zanzi. We all know that at the moment winter is having a lot of us. But you know what? The thing about life is that it does not slow down, and this is why we always need a little bit of help to get us along. And one thing I know that you possibly might have never heard of, but it's probably helped you out because it's even helped me, is Pelargonium. Now this, my friend, is apparently a plant-based powerhouse that literally allows us to have the best of our immune system and allows it to be powered in a way that we could not ever have understood up until today, because we've got someone that's going to be telling us. And of course, this is through Link2Gone. Now, I know Link2Gone has saved both our lives many times. So everyone, let's welcome to the show. It is none other than Dr. Joan van Wijngaard. She's here to help us understand what exactly is Pelargonium and how does it help us when it comes to Link2Gone. Let's give her a feel-good welcome, everybody. How are you, Joan?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm
Thanks for having me.
amazing, thank you. Let's jump right into it because I feel like many people don't know what Pelargonium is. So what exactly is it when we talk about it as a plant?
Pelargonium is actually a South African plant, so we can feel very, very proud.
Sure.
It is a root. It was traditionally used for TB as well as bronchitis, and it was actually commercialized by the Germans. There was a Major Stevens who came here, and he was cured of his TB by a decoction that he drank from a Zulu person, and now currently you can get Pelargonium worldwide. It's wild harvested by females mostly, and it grows in the Eastern Cape as well as the Free State of South Africa. So we can feel very proud. It's a proud South African herb that has been tested and that is very good for colds and flu.
Well, when we talk about now, you know, Pelargonium helping us in terms of easing the symptoms of flu, how exactly does it work when it enters our bodies?
So the first thing that it does is it is antimicrobial, so it's antiviral. So it stops the virus from getting into your cells. And something that I never knew is you can't get sick if the virus can't get into your cell. So you need to stop that, because once it enters the cell, starts replicating, then you start feeling sick quite fast. And then it also modulates your immune system. So instead of just stimulating your immune system, it helps your immune system, because you don't want to suppress your immune system. You still want to be able to fight the virus. And then it's got one property that's very unique to Pelargonium. Increases the ciliary beat of your respiratory tract. So this is very nice. You've got these small little cilia that move in your respiratory tract. And obviously, I mean, how do you get sick? We inhale a virus through our mouth or our nose. But if you increase this beat of the ciliary hairs, you're actually much easier to expel the virus and therefore not to get sick as well. And then, recently they've also shown that it enhances your vitamin D receptor activity. So, all of this works together. And if you look at all the research, it shows that you will get better faster. And that's exactly what Pelargonium does.
That's incredible. Joan, I love the way that you're breaking this down. Like, I feel like I'm getting a full lesson here, from biology to history and everything else in between. But let's jump into our winter wellness routine. You know, a lot of us try to stay as healthy as possible throughout winter, and it can be quite difficult. But why is Pelargonium so, let me say, valuable when it comes to our winter wellness routine?
Yes, because the thing is, if you think about it, most adults have a cold and flu 2 to 4 times a year. And if we had to live up to 80, that would mean 4 years of our lives we would be battling with cold and flu, not working, suffering. This is where Pelargonium comes in, because it's clinically proven to help shorten the durations of cold and flu. And it is because it is so different to other things out there. It goes to the root cause, because most people, now you get flu, you run to the pharmacy, all I'm interested in is I have to suppress these symptoms. I want something to clear up my nose, for my sore throat, maybe I'm coughing, I've got fever. And you're not thinking about the root cause, the virus. And the virus is still replicating, and you're drinking all kinds of things just to suppress the symptoms. But in the end, you stay sick that full period, where if you use something like Pelargonium, you'll get better faster, and your chance of a secondary infection is also much less, because other than the antiviral effects, it also has weak antibacterial effects. So the bacteria can't adhere to your respiratory tract. It stops the biofilm, which means your chance of a secondary infection is even less.
But then can you speak to us just about how it is that actually Link2Gone incorporates Pelargonium and what the benefits actually are?
Not all the Pelargonium Pelargonium is equal. So Nativa's at the forefront. They've got the best Pelargonium extract in there.
Yes.
They complies with the EMA guidelines, and a lot of research went into making sure that we've got the best Pelargonium in there with the right quantities of all the actives that you need. But it also helps for the symptoms, because it was shown in research that Pelargonium, other than stopping the virus and all of these other things, it even has an effect on your mood, your quality of life. Because if you're sick, you actually feel quite down. And they found that, you know, if you look at all the different symptoms that you experience when you have cold and flu, what a huge improvement in all of them there is when you start using Pelargonium, and that people start feeling better within 2 days if they regularly use their Pelargonium.
I love that you called it powerful, because it really is that. It's power in our bodies. But for me, I also want to understand, just, you know, when I get home possibly from the day and I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit nasal or I've got a tickle in my throat, should I start taking Pelargonium on that day? Or at what point when I started feeling symptoms, should I start taking Pelargonium?
As soon as you feel sick, you take that first dosage, and then if you by chance feel better, don't stop taking it.
Yeah.
Keep on taking it, and you'll smile afterwards because you'll be better much faster.
Thank you, Doctor. We really appreciate you just coming through and allowing us to know a whole lot more. But I feel like now I understand what Pelargonium is and how it helps my body. So thank you.
Oh, pleasure.
Oh, man. Listen, Expresso family, we are here to make sure that your winter is that much better. And Lintagon is the one that is leading that fight against all of the viruses. And we are 100% here to say that you, in fact, don't just need to take it easy, but you also need to make sure that you have the tools that allow your body to thrive. And Lintagon is exactly one of those things. But wait, there's more. There's a competition where you, my friend, can walk away with a beautiful hamper with 1,500 Rand. Let me tell you the details. All you need to do is visit our social media pages, and you need to share your Lintagon winter ritual for a chance to win this hamper with 1,500 Rand just by sharing it, and also including the hashtag #FeelBetterFaster, because you always do when it comes to Lintagon. Now, I need to tell you, friend, the competition closes on the 30th of August. T's and C's do apply, and you can find them on expressoshow.com. But going into now, don't wait. It is Lintagon coming through and saying your winter doesn't need to be difficult this time around, because you can #FeelBetterFaster. And of course, we can 100% allow our bodies to have those tools that they need to thrive.
Target cold and flu symptoms with all-in-one Lintagon. Now with new Lintagon C plus NAC 200. Choose Lintagon and feel better faster.
Well, let's continue down the health avenue this morning. Move things out the way, feel good fam, because right now, Monday morning, it's about setting the pace. And this workout is all about waking up the body a little bit, clearing the mind, and building momentum for a strong but also focused week ahead. And we're joined this morning again by the beautiful Kathleen Lowe, founder and head fitness trainer at Fitness Fanatics, to get us moving and motivated. Good morning. How are you doing, Kathleen?
Good morning, Carissa. I'm good, thank you.
Good. Who do you bring along today, please?
Justin.
Hello, Justin.
My fitness partner.
That's amazing. Fitness partner. I'm also your fitness partner. You're our fitness partner, Feel Good Fam. All right, what are we getting into today?
Okay, so firstly, we kick off with our cardio. So we will start our first exercise. We start with 1, 2, 3 knees and then bring it up.
Okay,
So we
let's
1,
see.
2, 3 steps, knee up. 1, 2, 3 steps, knee up.
Nice.
We do that for 6 reps. Then after that, we go down into a shuffle. 1, 2, 3 step. 1, 2, 3 step again. Also 6 reps. And after that, we're going into the main kickstart. Burpee. Come up.
Not the burpee.
You go down. You do that also for 6 reps.
Awesome.
That's the first set. So we will do maybe 3 sets of that order. And then after that, we will go into the step.
Okay, well, let's start from the beginning. Cue the music. Let's go, team. Very excited to get
so we're
into this,
starting
to get the
from
blood going.
There and here, we move the same direction.
That way. Okay, so we're going to go in that direction first. Okay.
Yes. There you go. Right. Wait for the music.
There you go. There you go.
1, 2, let's stay there. We just move slowly, just getting into the pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 2, 3, 4.
This is a warm up, but the legs are burning already.
7, 8. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
I got it.
Got it.
Okay.
There you go. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, up. Last one. Again. and go down. Stay here. Now we do the shuffle. Go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Stay there. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh,
Stay there. Okay, I will tell you when to switch. Keep your core engaged. Back straight. Stay there. Last 2.
Woo. Let's go.
Now in our burpee. At the spot. Stay there.
Okay, I got it.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Okay, so we have 2 levels. So this is 1. Step in. Oh, level 2. Out. Come up. Out. Come up. So you choose your level. Let's go. And up. Let's go. Go. 1, 2.
I'm trying to keep up with you.
4. There you go. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right, stay there. Go back.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness.
4,
Feel good, fam. I hope
5,
you're keeping up with us. I can
7,
barely catch my breath.
and 8. Right, back to the top. Go. 3, knee. And up. And up. Way. There you go. Side shuffle. And tap. 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 Last one. Back to burpee. Let's go.
Yo.
1. Come on. 2.
Maybe that's all I need,
3.
girl. Just some encouragement.
5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's hold it there. Right now. The step. We can move into the step routine now.
Okay.
So now we start with 1 knee, 1 knee.
All right.
But we do it 4 times. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now next. Knee, step, step, knee. Other side. Knee, back, front, knee.
Okay.
Here you go. Knee, back, front, knee. Now say, knee, step, step, knee. There you go. 1. There you go. Up. There you go. Up. Stay there. And up. Last one. And up. Right. Now side leg. 1. Up. Engage your core. Tighten your glutes. There you go. 3, 4, and 5, and 6. Now next one, Carissa.
Yep.
Our step. Step, floor, step. Then you switch. Step, floor, step. Then you switch. There you go. Step, floor, step. Way.
All right.
Step, floor, step. Switch over. Step, floor, step again. Step.
The stepping is fun. It doesn't feel like you're even exercising.
Step, floor, step. Now we add a twist to the same movement. Right, on the other side, again. Step, floor, twist.
Ah.
Okay? So, left, left. So you start in the middle. And up. There you go. Lift it here, twist. There you go, okay. 1,
Lift it,
2,
twist.
3.
Okay. Lift it,
and
twist. All right, well, I'm going to keep practicing my coordination,
and
right?
twist.
And I got it wrong again. Tell us
and
what's supposed to come on your feel-good
Right.
show as we
Up.
continue in the back.
Just a 1 knee.
Yo, firstly, Kathleen, you came through and you made our girl work. Yo, the endorphins are clearly buzzing behind us. And there was quite a vibe, a mix of some dance, some rhythm, and I love the music to add to it too. And I think that's how you start your week. You get your endorphins flowing, and we're going to keep that endorphin rate going on. We're going to take it to the kitchen after this because I think we've earned it. And we're going to be baking feta. We're going to be adding some sun-dried tomato and olive to that. And yeah, it's going to be delicious. We also got an important conversation to discuss, that 30% tariff hike. How are we going to deal with Mzansi? Well, we're moving through it, but we need to talk about it. So don't go anywhere, and we'll continue the conversation in just a bit. Let's go, Carissa!
Nice.
And,
Calling all design dreamers. Do you think you've got what it takes to turn this into this? My Design Rules, South Africa's hit interior design reality show is back. It's bigger than ever, with R500,000 in prizes up for grabs. 3 talented design duos will transform 3 4-bedroom white box houses in the stunning Paul Valley lifestyle estate and farm, right here in the beautiful Cape Winelands. We are calling on up-and-coming design duos from across South Africa. And whether you're friends, family, partners or colleagues, we want to hear from you. To enter, you have to be 25 years or older, have at least 2 years of practical experience, and at least one of the members in the duo needs to have a qualification in architecture, interior design or a related field. Visit mydesignrules.tv. Entries close 10th of August. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back. As much as we are excited about the brand new week, we are still buzzing about what went down on Friday. So we put it to you guys at home on our social streets, our award-winning social streets. Well done, team. But we put this question to you. How did you end up spending your 67 minutes for Mandela Day? We want pictures, we want videos, we want voice notes. 063 036 9649. Hashtag Expresso Show whenever you do it. Let's hear from Ezekiel, who said, good morning, I spent 67 minutes cleaning at the nearest clinic clinic with fellow comrades. Well done. And it's an exercise in understanding what people have to go through every day, often when you step in to do these critical roles. Patrick Mhlongo saying, good morning, family and viewers at home. I helped my niece at school by making a blanket. Enjoy the rest of your day. Right back at you. It doesn't have to be massive. It must be meaningful. Mercia, good morning. Mercia, good to hear from you. She says, good morning to the Expresso fam. We had a grocery drive for children with cancer for Protea Hof Tygerberg Hospital, doing amazing work there. Thank you for supporting them. I think what the families in those spaces go through every day is mind-blowing. So just a little bit of support, wonderful. Seema Boucher saying good morning. I attended my son's graduation. Yay! He graduated as an international firefighter at 18. Super proud of him. Well, he's going to spend the next 67 years giving back. Well done. I love the fact that there are so many personal journeys wrapped into these amazing moments. We share, we pour energy and service into the world around us, but we get so much from it. So please keep sharing. Let us know what you got up to for your 67 minutes on Mandela Day. And what are you going to do every day? Maybe we should make that the next call to action. 063-036-9649. That's the number to use. We'd love to hear some impassioned voice notes. You can even sing for us. You can take a leaf out of Carissa's weekend book and get into a little bit of karaoke. In fact, I'm hungry, guys. After all of that wonderful, positive, purpose-driven energy, I need to bake some feta. Can we make some breakfast, please?
Ask and thou shalt receive, G-Man. We got you covered already. And especially seeing that Carissa just went through the most, not just this weekend with those jazz hips, but also that workout with Kathleen. That was absolutely proper. So I think you've already figured out. We've worked up an appetite and we're going to serve you with something special. And especially something that was really viral back in the day. And we're going to bring it back. This is the comeback. So I don't know if you remember that viral baked feta dish. The one that took over the internet quite a while back, right? That's the one I'm talking about. So we are going to be bringing it back with a Mediterranean twist, and we want to see if it's still a vibe or if it's something that we just have to leave fleeting for the foodie phase. But of course, our girls all done, worked out. Hey, I'm so proud of you. Well done.
Am I alive?
How'd that feel?
Felt really good.
Yeah?
I felt good. So let's cook some food.
Endorphins were flowing. I'm very proud of you. But the
level.
music was a vibe, and I think that's going to carry on. So you've earned this officially.
You know what? I saw this all over my TikTok. I know that people add pasta to it to make it like a pasta dish. I have yet to try it, and I love olives. I love feta. Anything Mediterranean's got my name on it. So
well,
this
listen,
is perfect.
you've come to the right
Thank
place.
you, Ryan.
Okay. So what they did in the past, if you did see that trend, it was kind of just like adding tomatoes and things to it. This is more of a sort of Mediterranean vibe. So as you can see, all the flavor nuances of the Mediterranean.
You're right. The
Mediterranean land. And it's really simple. So we're literally going to put the feta into a dish. And again, have any dish you want, have any size you want. So you can assist me with this one. It's
perfect. Just
so
sit
easy.
down, not crumbled, nothing.
You don't have to crumble it, because what we actually want to do is take this crumbly cheese and turn it into something soft and decadent. And that's why we're applying heat and flavor to it. So
this is right.
again, this is crumbly cheese when you do get it, but this is how we're going to convert it. So if you are wanting any questions, you want some inspiration, or we're talking too fast and you're not getting the ingredients, we've got a QR code on the screen right now. And welcome to the future, technologia. And you can literally just point your phone at it, and it'll take you to a landing page. Your phone's camera will open it up, take you to a landing page where there's all these incredible options, recipe inspiration, ingredients, you name it. We've got you covered the entire week. You'll be sorted out there, so you don't even have to think. So let's get this going.
Let's get the cooking.
Yeah, feta's in there, and literally you're just going to add as much as you want. And this is the Mediterranean style.
Oh,
We've got
beautiful. Olive oil
of course.
first?
Yeah, olive oil just to kind of like create a bath with this.
Olive oil.
Drizzle it up nicely, and then obviously the olive oil is also going to start cooking the cheese as well, melting that down.
Are these, do we have to take the pits
You don't have to. Just warn your guests, though, that they're not pitted. So these do still have the pits in them. And again, if you do bite into these and you don't know,
missing some teeth now.
Absolutely. So please just warn your guests if you do. So this is the authentic style. Again, you can use pitted dates. Sorry, not dates. Olives for this.
On that note, though, dates would probably be so good in this. That little bit of sweetness.
Adding to the sort of sun-dried vibe of the tomatoes.
Because these are a little bit sweet.
Listen, you won't see that tip when you scan the QR code. That's the one you got to listen to live, but all the bases are out there. And I love how this comes together, because for me, Mediterranean is a vibe. I'm always thinking about how we can elevate this even more, but this is the elevator. Like you said, you can add it to a pasta.
Love it.
Think about like this as a dip. taking some like of those cheese sticks
The
or
crackers,
some of those
and you
crackers
just,
and you're
oh
dipping
my
them.
gosh, yes.
Or even just adding something like a lamb chop on top of this.
Ooh, or chicken breast,
Ooh,
something
exactly.
good.
So there's a lot that you can do with this once you prepare this, and I think this is kind of like the heart of the meal.
Oh, delicious.
Get this step right, and then everything else that you add.
Add what you want. Do you know what? A couple years ago, I went to a nutritionist and tried to find out like what's good for my body, and she recommended a Mediterranean diet to be the best thing for me. It's got the good fish, it's got the good fats. We always talk about fats and how I'm inclined to be eating all this olive oil. So this is right up my alley.
Have you ever heard of blue zones in the world?
Yeah, where people live to like 100.
This is where people live to about 100 or more, and part of that is the work that they do, their passion in life, their zeal. But a big component of that is food like this, eating fresh food, eating food that sustains you and gives you that like fuel, but also ticks all the boxes. So this is not a big meal.
Yeah,
you don't need to eat big. We don't need to overload our digestive
because you know,
system.
growing up, you second plate, third plate.
Might be the last meal, so we get as much as we can. But I think the Blue Zone theory is about that. It's about savoring every dish.
Absolutely.
Really putting that emphasis into enjoying the experience. Not just eating, but being a part of the celebration.
And with your community, right? Breaking bread with the people you love most. And this is like the perfect breaking of bread.
It is a bread breaker. Like literally, this brings conversations together. Everybody tucking into the dish. And like we reminded you earlier, obviously this just goes into the oven. Keep an eye on it because we're suggesting about 25 minutes, but everybody's oven's a little bit different.
Of course.
Some people might even attempt to put that into an air fryer.
That's me. I would try to do that. Everything and anything. Can I air fry it? That's always my question.
I think you pretty much can almost. And then voila, we look into the future. And after that, it ends up looking like this. And like I mentioned to you, obviously the feta is very crumbly at the start, right? But if you look at this at the end,
It's creamy.
look how soft and creamy that is. And you can literally tuck into it. This is like cool down a bit, but that's essentially what you're going to get at the end of the day, and you are going to absolutely love it.
That's amazing, and I would definitely put some lime over it. I'm just
those lime
seeing-
cheeks, not
These are lime cheeks. You're learning. You're learning.
We practicing
I would
here.
do some of that as well.
With that zestiness.
A little bit of zest. I love. Are these basil leaves?
Yes.
I had some basil and then a piece of fish next to this with literally bone apple teeth.
Now
So
we are
incredibly
talking.
good.
Listen, literally taking you all the way to the Mediterranean. And if you want to transport yourself, then head over to the Expresso Show's website or just scan that QR code with your phone's camera. And voila, we'll be transporting you to this wonderful world. I think I've got to tuck
Is
into
it
this.
including us as well?
Yeah,
We'll
after
appear in your
after
house.
we've worked out, after you've worked out on behalf of myself and
Exactly.
G.
Don't, just be careful, the pips.
I remember.
There you go. What a combo, right?
It's got like, it's giving pizza vibes.
Ooh.
What's going on here? Ooh, I like it a lot.
I love it. You have a bit of tomato with that as
Yes,
well.
I had the tomato and the olive. I'm just thinking, if you were to add bacon to this,
Oh,
or lamb or chicken, you're going to lose your mind.
our
But
favorite P word.
it doesn't even matter. Have it just like this, and it's still going to be a win. G-Man, what do you think? I see you eyeing this thing quite a bit. What do you
He
reckon, bro?
wants it so bad.
Oh, it's just good.
I'm just looking for the cheeky little lime cheek, man. I can't wait to use that. That's dad joke material. That looks and smells absolutely beautiful. I feel a little bit left out, but don't worry, we're going to bring you all into the conversation. And yes, that is our breakfast right now. That's what we are having for breakfast. Absolutely beautiful. Head over to expressoshow.com if you want to make that. Very cheeky there. How about a cheeky 30% tariff hike? What do we need to do as South Africans to trump this if it happens to come our way? Maybe we just need to press pause on our crazy lives and dip out with Omo, and that's exactly what Zanele is going to do. Just find a moment, a quiet center eye of the storm in the madness all around her, and have a little bit of fun as well, and we get to play along. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, right here on S3. With 1 hour wrapped up, 2 more to go. Let's get kick-started with your national news headlines at 7 o'clock. Where more than 1 million applications closed on the 18th of July for the South African Police Service Basic Police Development Learning Program, with over 595,000 submissions from women. Gauteng led all provinces with 267 and 31 applicants, followed by KwaZulu-Natal. Now, approximately 334,765 candidates hold NQF 6 diplomas or higher, particularly in law, policing, IT, criminology, or BCS fields. Our preference will be given to graduates, with some matriculants eligible if holding university admission or driver's licenses. Only 5,500 posts are available, making acceptance extremely competitive amid overwhelming interests. Now, moving on to other news in the country, with more than 1 million applications closed on the 18th of July for the South African Police Basics Development Learning Program. The story has already been given. We'll move on to the next one. In your international news making headlines, let's move on to all of those. We get into at least 67 Palestinians who were killed and dozens injured by Israeli gunfire while waiting for a UN aid convoy in northern Gaza, according to the Hamas-run Health Ministry and UN agencies. Now, the World Food Programme convoy encountered massive crowds that came under fire after crossing checkpoints, with total casualties reaching at least 88 on Sunday. Israel asserted that warning shots were fired at a perceived threat and disputed reported figures. Now, the incident represents one of the deadliest in a series of attacks on civilians seeking aid amid Gaza's deepening humanitarian crisis. Meanwhile, a recent directive banning wigs, hair extensions, as well as skin lightening products in Dakar's Grand Theatre sparked widespread backlash and was reversed within a day. Now, the memo, issued by the theatre's director and stamped by the National Culture Ministry, aimed to promote Pan-African values, but was widely condemned as both sexist and invasive. Feminist groups and civil society accused decision-makers of policing women's bodies under the guise of cultural pride. Now, public criticism underscored broader tensions around identity, gender politics, and nationalism in Senegal, prompting officials to rescind the policy almost instantly. And closing up your 7 o'clock news here, where pop star Charlie XCX and George Daniel, drummer for the 1975, have officially tied the knot in a stylish low-key ceremony at Hackney Town Hall out in London. A passerby's video of the couple, Charlie in white and George in a sharp suit, sparked speculation, later confirmed by a TikTok Charlie posted hours later. Now, the clip, showing her stomping in a wedding dress and sunnies, cheekily joked about George not crying down the aisle. Now, it racked up more than 7 million views and thousands of comments congratulating Mr. and Mrs. XCX within hours. The couple, engaged since 2023, have long collaborated, including on Brat, Charlie's viral critically acclaimed album that earned her a Glastonbury headline slot. Well, I guess that Brat summer still continues as we make our way to the end of the year. Congratulations to the newlyweds. For now, though, let's get into your sporting highlights as we wrapped up news.
Thank you so much, Carissa. Let's start with, well, it's all good news this morning, but let's start with really good news. The Springboks wrapped up their July test block with a dominant 55-10 win over Georgia in Mandela. They were made to play, though, and they played out of their skins. Debutant Manus van der Merwe and winger Edwil van der Merwe both scoring twice in a 9-try performance for the team. Then Locke Ruan-Nokia was named man of the match as the Boks now shift focus to the all-important upcoming Rugby Championship. Now, it looks like all levels of SA Rugby are well looked after as the junior Springboks ended their 13-year title drought with a commanding 23-15 win over the junior All Blacks in the World Rugby Under-20 Championship final in Italy over the weekend. Tries from Nkola Nyali, Jalemo Mento, plus Vusi Moyo's accurate boot sealing the win. Some dominant scrumming and driving mauls powering South Africa to their second global Under-20 crown. Well done, lads. It seems that the same is written in the stars for Banyana Banyana. They booked their place in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations semi-finals, and they did it with a nervy 4-1 penalty shootout win over Senegal. That was after their goalless draw in Morocco. Goalkeeper Ayanda Dlamini was the hero yet again, saving 2 spot kicks. That means now South Africa will face defending champions Nigeria, while hosts Morocco meet Ghana in the other dream semi-final, and that plays out tomorrow. Now let's get into cricket, and great news there as well, as South Africa sealed a place in the Tri-Series T20 International Final with a dominant 7-wicket win over our neighbour Zimbabwe in Harare over the weekend. Ruben Herman smashing 63 after 36 balls to announce his arrival, supported by Rassie van der Dissen's unbeaten 52 as the Proteas chased down 145 with ease. And there was some superb death bowling from Corbin Bosch and Nandre Berger, restricting Zimbabwe to that 144 for 6. That's where we leave our sporting headlines and highlights for now. Roads should be waking up. Hopefully not too much to report on, but Raul's got the latest.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Yes, for the first time this morning, I know a lot of you heading on the road, so let's start off in Centurion, Gauteng. Now, traffic is extremely slow moving, and that's due to congestion between the N1 northbound at Brakfontein interchange and the N1 northbound at Olifantsfontein. Motorists are urged to plan accordingly and please drive carefully. We now move over to Cape Town, and delays are also being experienced along the M5, and that's the north ramp towards the N2 inbound. So again, as you can see from the visuals, please maintain a safe following distance as rainy weather conditions are forecasted, and remain cautious while driving. From the road to the sky, let's find out now what's happening in the world of weather. And definitely some interesting news coming from the world of weather and environmental news this morning is that baboon management in Cape Town is once more in the spotlight, following the proposal to relocate 5 troops from the South Peninsula. Now, over 100 people protested in Simonstown this weekend, urging the city of Cape Town, Sandparks and Cape Nature to consider alternatives. Now, conservationists argue that baboons are vital to biodiversity, dispersing seeds and revitalizing ecosystems after fires. Now, a quote coming through saying, "Are we going to treat this like any other global city, or will we make accommodations for our precious wildlife?" Unquote. And this is the question being asked, and they wanted to know. Now, a memorandum was handed to officials demanding better waste control, enforcement of bylaws, and more compassionate solutions. Well, we definitely look forward to a positive solution here. But for now, though, let's look forward to this. Another sunrise view, and it's sent in from Mariska. And whoa, what a shot we've got here. A beautiful glow, a beam of orange just presenting on the horizon. And this one's all the way from George. Mariska, you've caught a beautiful moment here. Just as that sun's about to peek through on the horizon, you can kind of just feel how much this shot is giving that energy of a beautiful day. And George is going to be looking good. You got 16 degrees of weather that you can expect for the day. And remind them, Mzansi, let's do it again in the hour. The number is 063-036-9649. That means we need to see your sunrise view. So share it with us and elevate our mood, just like these shots have already done so. And again, another opportunity now for you guys to see what temperatures you can expect on your side of town.
All right, Feta was great.
That was good.
It was really, really good. Not to be surprised at your own brilliance, but really, really and that we are underplaying the coffee this morning, please.
Yes.
Well, some of us are. I see someone's got after.
I get princess treatment every day, so allow me.
Listen, girl, you did train your patootie off this morning. Whoa. Don't worry, you see it. And That's what we
Sometimes I
call,
don't realize
that's
my
what we
own
call
strength,
pterodactyl
you know?
arms,
I'm
okay?
glad you didn't at least spill it on our clothing, so that's perfect.
Am I good?
It's all where the mess should be, on the kitchen couch.
It's what happens when I get things that are done for me. I don't know how to act anymore.
I think that workout did an extra...
I feel like I
extra
should
right?
spill some paint here as well.
You might have just spilled some
That's what we
plastic,
call
so-
pterodactyl arms after you've been training and you can't even lift up your coffee cup, okay? We love you, girl. Thank you for adding a little bit of drama to this morning.
Always.
And I
I can
thought
do one
discussing
thing.
our proposed 30% tariff hikes, that's our punishment
Maybe
down
that's
south
what's
here in South
scared
Africa,
you
was going to be making us nervous. Well, I mean, some of us could be really nervous and should be really nervous. This is massive. That's a big number. What does it actually mean for us?
Yep.
Okay, now I'm not letting you handle the hot water.
No, please. Please go ahead. Zanele is also going to have a dip out moment, which apparently I need one too after everything that's gone on today.
I think that
Very
workout
excited to see that.
took a toll on you, huh?
Yeah, I don't think I'm
Honest.
alive. I don't think I'm okay.
Oh, listen, but Zanzi, obviously the good laughs, the good vibes, and everything in between are going to be coming your way. And I think this is the perfect reminder that we are live, right, Joe? Your feel-good breakfast
Is
show.
there any more coffee left in there? Can I add another spoon?
No retakes on this one, but just nothing but here.
Can I at least get a cheers? I'll try to be
Yes,
gentle.
an official
wait
cheers.
Wait for me, don't leave me behind.
I'll leave our man
Oh, yeah.
behind.
Graham needs a 5 spoons.
I don't know how many times you can lift that coffee cup up. Oh, yeah. There we go. Lovely,
Cheers,
man.
Who says no to a cappuccino? Who says no to a cappuccino? Jacob's Wunderbar.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Who says no to a cappuccino? Jacob's Wunderbar.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We've had a lot of fun. It's been a little bit silly. It's been a little bit childish. Yes, I know. So let's act like grown-ups for 2 minutes now. A new 30% tariff hike by US President Donald Trump is shaking up and rather reshaping global trade as we speak in South Africa, and unfortunately won't escape the ripple effects. I think we're probably already feeling it.
I feel it right now, from increased costs for imported goods to possible knock-on effects for local jobs, but also production. Economists are warning of tougher months ahead for businesses and consumers. But what does this really mean for South Africans, from big industries to ordinary households like you and I? And joining us today to unpack it, we've got an excellent panel. The real implications are going to be told by Sylvia Walker, financial planner and author, as well as a familiar face here, Danilo Acquisto, entrepreneur and CEO of Special Effects Media, but also radio personality on Good FM. Welcome, guys. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Quite a tough topic.
A very tough one. Sylvia, I always feel like when you sit down with us, you've got to take a deep breath. You think, okay, how am I going to explain this to them so that we can understand? Because there are links across the world now on levels that we haven't really ever felt. So I'm going to give you 2 more seconds to think about how you're going to dumb it down for us, and start with you, Danilo. No, I mean, we wanted you in here because you kind of tick a lot of boxes. You're very much plugged into the world and what's going on, but you're also running a business. You're wanting to expand. I would imagine you've got very high hopes. How do you feel about this right now? Was this a terrifying thing, or was this happening in America? It's not going to affect me here in South Africa.
Well, it will absolutely affect us here, but to the extent to which we're still not sure. So at this stage, I think we're all just monitoring and watching and having lots of conversations like this about what if and what could and how could it be and listening to the news. But luckily for us, our business is primarily a service-based business, and this doesn't affect service businesses. It's only for goods that are being imported by the US. And the tariff is applied on the US side. So really all it's going to mean is maybe about a 10 to 20% sort of like a reduction in sales from the country and bringing things in. So at this stage, I'm pretty optimistic and just kind of waiting for the medium-term sort of impacts. And we were just chatting off air, Sylvia and I. Could this be a storm in a teacup? We'll have to wait and see.
Let's hope, man. Well, it just means you're going to have to work harder to help sell the other products that aren't affected to be able to. Yeah, so
exactly.
Maybe it's a good thing, exactly. Okay, Sylvia, now we come to you. Danilo, to speak about...
Because you gave quite a good one, so now you made it even more difficult.
In terms of goods, as Danilo mentioned, when it comes to things like wine, citrus or cars, in terms of our exports, where do you think is going to be most impacted?
So the interesting thing is that when we talk about the US and the tariffs, only, well, I must say only, but 8% of our exports go to the US.
Yeah.
China is actually our biggest export partner. But if you look at what we're exporting, the automotive industry makes up about 40%. So they are presumed to be, they're going to be knocked.
And that's a big
it's a
cornerstone
huge chunk.
business for us.
It's a huge chunk. It's the Eastern Cape, employs a lot of people. So that's an industry, I think, that may be affected. Another one is obviously the agricultural industry.
Yeah.
So those are the two main industries that will be affected. But as we said, I think a lot of people also don't understand what is a tariff. A tariff is an import tax or customs. So if you order something from, we won't say who, but you pay customs, it's exactly the same thing. So it simply means that that bottle of wine or that car that comes from South Africa will cost 30% more on the shelf in the US. And that means it's more difficult, it's less competitive in that market. So that's really what the customs...
Thanks for breaking that down.
What it is.
And obviously the main drive here is Donald Trump is trying to inspire Americans to spend local. And we get that. I think everyone wants to kind of stimulate their local economy, but he could be creating opportunities for other markets here. And it didn't take you very long to bring China into the conversation. Will we see a fallout, or will China just step in and take and use the opportunity? Are we liable to see another player kind of benefit from this that could impact them probably more than us in this case? How do you see this playing out?
I think, Graham, it's easy to say because that's a knee-jerk reaction. Oh, okay, we're battling now to export or to be competitive in the US. Let's just go and export elsewhere. But those exporting elsewhere takes a long time to open those doors.
There's bedrock that needs to be laid down.
Yeah, it's difficult. And the government can obviously play a role in that, but it's not a quick fix. It's not like, okay, from the 1st of August, now we're suddenly going to export more to China.
Yeah, we're moving from apples to America to pears to China.
It takes time. Yeah, it takes time. Yeah.
And in terms of local business, in terms of supporting local as consumers that we can do, I know you said the export is more happening over in the US, but what's the impact that we're going to feel as South Africans?
It's such an interesting question because I think South Africans forget that this import tariff or this import tariff is not on us from an export. It doesn't make our costs any higher to produce the goods, to package the goods, to get the goods to the border. It's from the American side. So all it's going to do is decrease demand or potentially decrease demand from the Americans for our own goods and services, which means a loss in revenue, which means a re-looking at our cost structures. And this is where entrepreneurs need to be real entrepreneurs. Good business people find opportunity in challenges. It's when things get really tough that you have to be creative. And now's the time to start rethinking that. We've been speaking about for the last 20 years, buy local, buy local, buy. What does that really mean? We can't absorb that amount of citrus into South Africa's economy.
We're a small market.
We cannot go around buying that stuff ourselves. And also, it's just too expensive for our economic position. We're living in an economy that doesn't allow us to spend that kind of money on stuff. So we really need to think about other markets. We need to think about cost reduction, and let's just be entrepreneurial. Turn some of that fruit, for example, into pulp or into juice and sell that somewhere else where you can do it. So we're really going to have to think a bit more like entrepreneurs now.
That's how seed oils came about, dude. Just calm down, buddy. Calm down with your consumer-driven nonsense, okay? You're not even in consumer goods here. You're selling always. Sell with you.
I like to push for creativity, though. It is the time to do that.
Well, they're also importing a South African market to America to buy the stuff that they would want from South Africa. So they maybe want to rethink about that. But could we see interest rate shifts here? Financially, could we see a direct impact on the rest of South Africans that aren't selling goods to America?
So there's a whole knock-on effect. I mean, the economy obviously is a series of events that happen. So if the import tariffs mean that the rand weakens significantly, it means that what we're bringing in, what we're importing, costs us more. That adds to our production costs. So prices will rise in South Africa. Once prices start rising, we see inflation going up. Now, the Reserve Bank, one of the tools they use to manage inflation is through the interest rates. So when inflation goes up, the Reserve Bank increases the interest rates to curb spending. So I'm trying to be as simple as possible
100%,
here.
no, you're nailing it. Yeah.
So once inflation starts going up, they might increase interest rates to try and bring inflation down. So as I say, there is a knock-on effect, across the board that we could actually experience. So yes, interest rates could potentially go up. And inflation could potentially go up, yeah.
And this is amidst a climate where there are a million other things affecting those same exact questions. So I would imagine in your game, it must be quite trying at the moment. Every time you turn on the news and Donald Trump has something new to say, I think we feel that butterfly effect across the globe. But what does it actually mean for us as consumers, as small business owners, as producers here in South Africa? I'm starting to feel a lot better about it. So thank you so much. They've done well. A bit of psychology here as well.
Part 2 of this conversation comes up now, but if you're anything like me and feeling what I'm feeling, we might need a dip-out moment after the first part of this chat.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you, Carissa. This is the perfect time to do just that. And I think when the pace picks up and the to-do list doesn't end, sometimes the kindest thing you can do is actually take a pause. And I think Zanele did just that, stepping away from the rush to dip out with Oman. Because whether it's post-show, post-shoot, or just a moment in between, I think the hustle sometimes is really tough. So all it takes is a rusk and a little me time to reset. Let's go.
And that's how we close out the show with a little bit of fire from the Saxby Twins. Tomorrow we do this again, 6 to 9 a.m. right here on S3. Thank you for hanging out in Zanzi. We'll see you then. Bye-bye. Yes, it's a wrap. Thank you, guys. All done. So when the mic goes off and the playlist fades, that's when I dip out. And it's all about no deadlines, no calls. It's just me and my delicious cup of coffee and my amazing Omar Russ. Silence never tasted this good.
So I caught Zanele dipping out on Omar Russ some time ago. She was going through the most. And I was like, see you, girl.
Definitely caught Zanele dipping out with Omar Russ in between segments. What she does is she will have a taste before the actual Omar segment, and then she'll have another taste afterwards. So she's always dipping out.
Dipping out means the world to me because I literally have so many different things that happen throughout the day. I start at Expresso, and then from there we are off to radio 5 on 5 FM, and then later you could be finding me heading off to an event. I always just need a moment to myself, just to bring myself towards myself. When you have 18-hour days a lot of the time, you need to be able to have that moment to just be able to pull yourself towards yourself.
I actually remember my first time dipping out with Omar Rusk. It was quite recently. I am quite new to the product, so I work with it a lot now, so I eat it every day.
It's not a break unless there's a little jam with your rusk, okay? When we are kind of just really in and amongst people, sometimes you're on autopilot and you're consistently pouring into other people. And yes, they're also pouring into you, but remember, we can't pour from empty cups, right? And that's why I feel like that 5 minutes of just being able to slow down allows us to pour into ourselves.
What made it memorable is that it was a work experience, and it's something of a ritual now that I do at work. So it's something that stays with me all the time.
So that advice I can give someone who's always like busy and working and never has time for anything. Find space somewhere, have Omar Russ with you all the time, and just dip out. Everything will flow. Let Omar Russ do the thing for you. Let it take care of you.
Gotta make sure you keep a backup rusk always. Even in all the chaos, you've got to remember to dip out. Trust me, it's the best mic drop move I make all day.
Dip out with Omar this winter. Tasty, filling, and oh so satisfying. The ultimate winter snack.
It all makes sense now.
It does, right?
Okay.
Sometimes you just need a dip out moment. Life gets hectic,
absolutely
especially when it
does.
comes to what we do.
Yeah, when we do the most, we always serving you. And while Carissa does the most and enjoys this moment right here, let me help you enjoy another moment because it's time for a competition. And here's the question. How do you dip out with Omar when there's too much drama at work, but you still need to protect your peace and get the job done?
Oh.
Now, this is a great question. We want you to share your answer on our Expresso social using the hashtag #DipOutWithOmar. And this literally means you could be winning 2,000 Rand in cash plus an Omar Rusk hamper packed with your face.
Delicious. Now, entries do close today at midnight, so get dipping and get to posting. T's and C's, of course, on expressoshow.com. You know, I was thinking that Omar is al op my lippe. Al op my hippe. Listen, the Temple Boys are in the building, and we can't wait to get into all of the goodness, getting to know the boys themselves, and then, of course, performances coming your way.
Yeah, it means that you are literally not going to be able to not move your body because the gears they are bringing this morning, perfect to start us off with the week. And then we're going to dive back into that conversation about that 30% tariff hike. Your people, we got answers for you, and that's going to come through in a conversation in just a bit. So literally, don't go anywhere. You'll see in just a bit.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Part 2 of this conversation has to, of course, continues. It's all around tariff hikes, which might sound like something that only big companies worry about, but they can affect jobs, what we pay for groceries, and even whether some products stay on the shelves or not. If production costs rise, businesses might slow down and families might feel it in their pockets.
So how bad could it get and what can we do to adjust? Is it government's problem? Should they be tracking this very closely so they can offset the damage? Do we need to prepare as small business owners? It sounds like if you're an export, that's where it's going to hit hardest. So, Sylvia, again, we're going to grossly oversimplify. If we do get to that point where we're now in the automotive, for instance, that there is a massive knock-on effect, will we see job cuts or will there likely be a financial counterbalance brought to the table because this too shall pass, hopefully?
Hopefully, yes, hopefully. They're talking about, sort of, the experts say about 100,000 jobs potentially could be affected.
Sure.
It's not just the people in the industry, but obviously there's a whole knock-on effect
yeah.
on the supply chain, yeah. So I think there's, another aspect to this is obviously the manufacturer who's supplying the product, suddenly his product or her product costs 30% more. Will they absorb some of that cost? How will that business deal with that increased tariff that, that's being levied on their product? And if a business shrinks or has to downsize, their profitability will reduce, and that means less money for SARS to collect, which has, again, a knock-on effect in the economy.
For all of us, yeah.
There's less money for development, there's less money for to pay benefits. So it can potentially have quite a much wider, impact than simply just job losses.
I was going to ask, are we like that? Will we cut jobs? quickly in a hurry.
think-
He's
well,
nodding his
yeah, I
head.
think
Are
we do. I think we
are we quick too, or will we? Do you foresee someone stepping in to offset the balance here, or are we likely to see
Well,
jobs?
I'm not sure offset how. You know,
Yeah,
what,
like where do you put the money in? Yeah.
There's no subsidies for businesses that aren't doing well financially.
Well, presumably they've all got wonderful relationships with their banks, and they will be able to, in some way, mitigate it for themselves.
Not even the banks can rescue this, though. I mean, in China, this happened 2015, 2018 with the bans between America and China, but China had a really strong economy. They were able to find this sort of subsidies from government to support manufacturing. They found other markets, and then kind of like they would almost buy all the stock and then sell it somewhere else. We can't do that here. So here there will be job losses. There will absolutely have to be.
Just too small.
Yeah, unless the business can absorb some of that cost.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another way. You know, they do have less profits. They just absorb somehow in their production process.
The president is only a president for 4 years.
No, that's what they said last time, buddy. That's what they said last
Careful
time.
now. Well, speaking of, I did see you've got my vote. If any time, then you know you're trying to run for office. But you did mention earlier about the creativity that this does spark, and I want to touch on that for a moment. You're an entrepreneur. I feel like South Africa is filled with entrepreneurs because we're a resourceful nation, right? We always, where there's a need, there's a gap.
And we pivot.
We pivot, exactly. Yeah. COVID taught us that as well. We get in there and make sure that we meet our needs. So what would you say to people who might feel discouraged about the headline of this 30% tariff hike?
Don't be discouraged. I really don't think we should be. This is happening all over the world all the time. There are constant challenges in business. Business is hard. This is just another hard thing that you're experiencing.
Right.
And there are a couple of things I wanted to mention. We were chatting before the camera started rolling as well too. But something so interesting for us to think about as South Africans is, yeah, no, it's going to be 30% more expensive, but it's probably still 80% better than the rest of the world's products, and maybe there are tariffs in other territories as well. So we can't expect 30% means 30% less income to the country. It will only have a marginal impact on that. So don't panic too much. It's not your entire sort of revenue. Yeah. But the creativity is where I get really excited. Our biggest impacts, I know you've mentioned automotive, which is a really big one, hard to move, but our exports in terms of citrus. You've seen citrus kind of...
There's a lot of citrus around these parts.
And we have far too much to consume. We're making so much citrus that not even South Africans can consume them. We need to find other markets, or like during COVID, when sort of wine couldn't be exported, what happens to all of those products? Yeah. You can take that fruit, turn it into pulp, make it into juices, sell it to other markets who need juice, but maybe not raw fruit. And you've got to be creative about the products that you're producing, and maybe even expand your supply chain. Start thinking about diversifying your products. If you want to do a campaign to buy more local, you could do so. But like I said, our market is too small for that. You need to start thinking about those other territories to sell to and buy
we've got
products.
an African ecosystem around us that is mushroom that China is investing very heavily in.
I just wanted to also say that as South Africans, we're used to having knocks. This is an economy, a country where
we're sideways,
all the time. You know, there's always challenges. So I think this is just another challenge, and yeah, we are tough, we're resilient.
Yeah, the headline shouldn't scare anybody there.
Yes.
No, we'll get through it. Yeah, I believe we'll get through it.
That's a nice encouragement on a Monday.
Was this a financial chat, a psychological kind of self-improvement chat? I feel like we've ticked every box. Guys, thank you so much. Clearly, you've done a very deep dive. I know it's kind of your job. Well done, son. Well done. Thank you so much.
For president.
100%, and I put my vote there, but I think we're not going to open that can of worms because we've just got to make it to where are we in the 4-year process this time round?
Yeah.
Number 2 year.
I think so, yeah.
Second term.
Suspect. We are going to be okay. Now, from all jokes aside, from a South African perspective, it feels like we can mitigate the fallout, and we're not alone. The rest of the world is getting their tariffs as well, so things haven't quite balanced out, but I think we're going to be okay. Thank you so much, guys.
Well, it was a heavy conversation, but one that I'm so grateful for. So thank you for our incredible panel coming through, giving us the education we needed. After G-Man spoke about his weekend and how much painting he got on, I thought, hey, this is the perfect inspiration for what's next. Because this week on Handy Heroes, before the first brushstroke even touches the wall, I think the real magic happens in the prep. Yes, preparation is key. Now, the Buco Long Beach team in Cape Town know that a smooth, long-lasting finish starts before you even open the tin. And I think G-Man definitely can take a page out of this book. So when it's time to coat those surfaces, what is their reach when they are trusting something that's a go-to? Now, their go-to is the Plascon Wall and All, and that's something that goes the distance, especially when we're talking about outdoors. And that's because a well-prepped wall deserves a finish that lasts. So let's take a look at some more of this inspo.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Buco Long Beach, Komaki in Cape Town. So the store was started or opened its doors in 2008. It was originally a penny pinchers. The area has grown substantially and the store grew very well with that. So in all essence, we've been supplying building materials to put roofs over people's heads since 2008 in the area. I've always loved the building industry because at the end of the day, you can see that something tangible is being created by giving, we obviously supply our customers with building materials, and at the end of the day, you have a home over your head. So that's always been a thing for me where we are part of our customers' lives and at the end of the day, creating community homes.
My customers, the contractors, and then you get your regular DIYers that also come to visit the store, and that's actually the customer base. You build a relationship by knowing the customer. It's almost like a friendship that you build.
With regard to Plascon, we carry a wide range and we carry a big depth also. We are also very proud of is we can color match. So if you bring a swatch down to us, we can take that color and give you the closest shade to it.
I must say, Wall & All has been an outstanding product over the years. In terms of spreading rate, the lifespan it's got outside, I think Wall & All is by far my number one.
So my DIY tip for any project, preparation is key. If you prepare your surfaces right, you're not going to have a comeback down the line.
Today's Handy Heroes is powered by Plascon, Wall & All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
Now listen, now that we know exactly how to paint our home, we're going to paint the studio with magic, with gears and the latest talent that we get to celebrate. The Temple Boys are here, baby! Yeah! And we cannot wait to spend the entire morning with them. From conversations, entertainment, some quick-fire questions. Maybe we put them under pressure, but we're just here to have fun and celebrate all their success. And some new music on the way. Zanzi, it's going to get good. And the energy's about to elevate. So don't go anywhere. Maybe grab a coffee, and then it's time for the Temple Boys. Yeah, man, let's go.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, whoa, what's happening? This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I'm Zanzi. Welcome back. And let me tell you, like I promised, the energy's about to turn up because we brought in something absolutely special, straight out of Ravens Mid and right into the heart of the Gom scene. The Temple Boys are back and bigger than ever with their brand new viral anthem, My Man, My Man. So before we even get into anything, let's take a look at what's to come.
My man, he's my man. He speaks for all of us. What's I forbid? Baba. My man, he speaks for all of us. No one's I forbid.
Ladies and gentlemen, officially put your hands together for the Temple Boys! And officially, let's dive into who they are, because on the couch right now, Dylan Adams, we got Teriano Damepiece, we got Ronan Johannes, and Chadley Dick. Gentlemen, thank you so much for sharing your magic with us. How are y'all doing?
First of all, thank you for having us.
Yeah?
It's an honor being here, you know, watching the show from childhood, you know. And thank you.
For me, I feel honored to be on Expresso because, like, I grew up watching it every morning before going to school. So I'm blessed to be here. I feel blessed.
It's weird for me because I've seen you guys dominating, performing in front of thousands of people, but what makes it mean so much to me is that you can come over here to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on live TV and you still have the nerves, you still have the passion, which makes me think that you guys are in the right spot. You're doing this for all the right reasons. So let's talk about the new music first. My man, something we're going to celebrate today, but how did the song even come about? What was the inspiration behind it all? How do you even make such good music?
So we wanted to create something different. Like it's our passion for Afrikaans.
Yeah.
We wanted to create something different and for people to sing along and dance along our music. We appreciate it.
Is that the real goal at the end of the day? Just to have men to just
No,
feel
my
good?
man was created by that.
My
Okay,
man.
okay, specifically.
Something catchy and just something that people could sing along to. But the other tracks, it always like has a backside story. So like post numbers like Viesnekjes brood.
Noodles.
Like the noodles. We usually eat noodles before going to studio. Like Viesnekjes brood met noodles op my skoot. That's how it was, you see.
So real moments out of your real life
yes,
is translated
there is
into
real
music.
moments, yes.
I think that's why Mzansi resonates with you, because you literally are providing us with the same feeling that we feel. You're just sharing it and you're allowing it to turn into a form of music. So we're talking about the fact that you've not just done this yourself, but you teamed up with Woza Kalito, Mr. Two-Stepper. These are big collaborations. Boys, this is like big stamps of approval. You're not just like a fly-by-night success. You guys are in the game. For you, though, what does this mean, having these guys kind of working with you and giving that sort of credit?
You know, we've been friends throughout our career. What was a Kalito and Mr. Two-Time Stepper. You know, the vibe in the studio, it's always fit. The experience is great we have with each other, and we are excited for future projects.
Yeah, man. And I think if you were to talk about this a few years ago, I would have never thought it would look this good. The representation of a culture, the representation of something real, and it looks like you guys are just having fun along the way. Clearly speaks to your talent.
It's a journey.
You're not just doing things on, let's say, the front end, because TikTok is something that allowed you guys to blow up, right? It started on TikTok, it became something of a powerhouse, people started to see the trend. Do you notice success to that? Do you think it's more than just TikTok, obviously?
It's definitely more than TikTok, because like, I think in this year, right, that we performed by the Springbok versus All Blacks game, so that was a huge success
And
for
do
us.
you know how big that is? Like, people spend years in their career, they get to like the end of it, and then they get that like invite. You guys are just starting the game and already getting the stamp.
That was like a huge opportunity, and we're still grateful for that and thankful that we could have been there.
Can I ask you on a real note though, like, what does that actually feel like? Having that moment where you are the focus, you the attention, you bringing some of the best teams in the world together. Come on, man, what's that feeling like?
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah?
But don't be angry now.
Okay, okay.
I'm an All Black supporter, so seeing them in person was like, that was amazing, man. That was amazing.
Okay, but
don't come for me.
No, we're not going to come for you, man.
Okay,
I obviously understand the way that it works in terms of why we support these teams. So are you also All Black supporters or just you?
No, he's... What are you?
Springbok. All Black.
Okay, we got a mix here.
He's Springbok now and then All Black now. He's All Black. I'm Springbok
Yeah, okay, well, you got balance at least. I think you support the team that's winning.
Yes. Let's stick to that. Let's stick to that.
The real team you're obviously supporting then is the Temple Boys,
can't
right?
lose,
Because we're always winning. But guys, let's talk about some of what's happening in terms of the real scene. It's not just fun and games. You're actually putting pen to paper. You're doing real work. You've got an incredible manager now in the likes of Oyama Diosiba, which I think is someone that's worked with the likes of Sahara, someone that knows the game.
Yes.
How do you think this elevates you as a brand, as a band like you are?
First of all, working with Oyama, you know, he's a game changer. You know, he brought a new level of professionalism, guidance to our career. And we're excited to see what he's going to bring
Oyama
us.
shares the same vision that we has, and we are honored and thrilled to work with him. And for future projects with him, I'm excited, man, because he's a powerhouse, definitely. Powerhouse, definitely, man.
And that makes us more excited. With regards to you guys, literally, I think being the face of all music, and excuse my pronunciation there, because I know there's various versions. Don't come at me.
You said it right, man.
How do you plan on keeping this relevance? Because it seems like every song you come up with, it hits. The people love it. Are you listening to the people? Is the source coming from your own?
Yes.
How does this work?
Okay, we're always focusing on creating more songs, you know, that resonate with our audience. Let's say we focus on new sound, and we're proud to be part of this promo wave, you know, to push the genre forward and, be part of it.
And like I said earlier, we make songs on live-based events, and then we turn it into something catchy.
Maybe in the next song.
Oh, he's teasing us here. Okay, now. So listen, is that what we can expect today from you guys with regards to the music?
Do you want to be on the song?
Me?
Yes.
Bro, I could never say no to that. Okay, yes, that's an absolute yes. Let's make some magic. Let's make history.
And yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, boys, again, I can't thank you enough for coming through, for firstly pursuing your passions, for not listening to the naysayers, and for representing something incredible. And I think you're just getting started. So energy is perfect from your side. It's time to have fun here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And especially waking up this early to do it, I'm proud of y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Temple Boys coming at you in just a bit. Obviously, G and Chris in the kitchen right now while they get prepped to just serve us with their energy and set us up for a beautiful week. The Temple Boys are in the house. Yow! Let's go.
Yeah, I've been teaching Gray.
I'm listening to Sachis by the Temple Boys. I'm practicing my TikTok video, okay, because we're going to do one just now, okay? So please go onto our award-winning TikTok channel at Expresso Show and check that out a little bit later. But right now, we make a pancake. Ooh, it might make you a little bit nervous, as it should, because one will get ruined. It has to. The first one
always,
but then the other 50 will be amazing. And who says breakfast can't be bold? We're going to flip the script on pancakes with a warm, comforting twist.
That's right.
Soft, fluffy stacks infused with Jacob's 3-in-1 mild and drizzled in a rich coffee syrup. I like everything that we are talking about.
It's a slow, satisfying, syrupy pancake. I was trying to do all the S's. Do you know what I'm saying?
Scrumptious.
Scrumptious, slow, satisfying, syrupy, deliciousness.
It is a bit intimidating, okay? But a pancake offers so much. You can go savory, you can go sweet.
What do you prefer?
I actually like sweet pancakes. I'm not a sweet tooth, but I like sweet pancakes.
It's not too sweet.
And normally I would go like a traditional cinnamon sugar kind of vibe, but you've got so many options, so push the boat out. And I love the idea of a grown-up sweet pancake with a little bit of coffee syrup. I think this is going to be great. Yes, exactly.
All right, so I always get my pancake recipe wrong, but apparently this is foolproof. So
okay, so this is the one.
We've got the eggs.
Okay, we've got the
eggs.
Two of them. All right.
We're going to go milk.
All of the milk, eh?
All of the milk, I'm
All of it in there, okay.
Cross fingers.
I like how you absolve yourself of responsibility. I've been told.
Just in case.
I was told.
It doesn't go right.
Okay.
You're going to stir that together and I'll help you along. Of course, vanilla essence, just a touch of it. Going to add the goodness.
With our antics in the kitchen, why we got a shallow bowl for this? It's like a test to see.
Sugar and salt always when it comes to cooking and baking.
100%. And I know, obviously, we say you can push the boat out savoury as well, like a mince pancake or something like that. Absolutely, or crepe, I suppose we want to call it, and it's savoury. But then, obviously, don't put the vanilla and the sugar in your base.
Unless, you know, a lot of Cape Malay cooking's got a lot of sweetness to it
100%.
as well. So why not?
Nice sweet curry type vibe, but then we're drifting into the roti space, and then people are going to be like, hey, no. So this is actually quite runny. I was wondering if I needed to switch to a spatula.
No, we got it. We got it. So apparently it's got to be a little bit runny because it is a crepe, not a pancake. I got that mistake.
Kind of like a thick cream consistency,
Ooh, I like that.
something like that.
All right, this requires some teamwork. If you're alone, I don't know what to tell you, but I think that you've got it.
Good.
Okay, there you go. And a reminder, Feel Good Fam, on your screen right now on the bottom right, there is a QR code. You're wondering, what's going on? Well, basically, whip your phone out, take your camera out, scan it over the screen, and then a recipe will come up, and that is our recipe page on expressoshow.com.
Okay,
so
that's
we've got
looking
the
good.
perfect consistency right now.
Now, I suppose I should have asked Tiffany, our culinary brain, beforehand, but it's always good to let your batter sit a little bit. I think it also helps to incorporate, because you will have a little lumpy bits and things like that. So I think if you can let it sit, but remember there's magical chemistry going on in these things. So give it time to do its thing. Don't rush your pancakes.
Never rush a pancake. And I was told by Mama last week, you got to smile when you cook because people will feel the love. That's the perfect one.
Was it a false smile? Sorry.
It's got to be forced. Fake it till you make it.
They're going to eat the first pancake. They're going to be like, oh, this pancake tastes forced. I don't understand. No, it won't. I promise you that won't happen.
Okay, so I'm going to make the syrup for you. I've got half a cup of sugar,
lovely,
touch of salt over here, little bit of vanilla essence, and then, of course, our hero, our 3-in-1 Jacobs that we'll also throw in here too.
And I like the fact that we're using the mild for this, because I don't think you want to kind of blow the boat out of the water. We just want to push it up a little bit, as I said. And I think this is a great sounding board for other flavors. The mild coffee gently cushions the rich notes of the syrup, so it's not kind of a bazooka, and it creates a nice, smooth, balanced bite, which I think will lend itself perfectly to this. The sweetness of the syrup, the creaminess of the Jacobs 3-in-1, perfect pairing. Just like a cafe-styled coffee, really. But I like that. Mellow, indulgent, and warming. And this is great comfort food. All right, so you're just rocking and rolling. You got the butter in.
She's a multitasker. Butter is going in. It's going to melt a little bit. We've got some non-stick spray as well, just in case. Nothing worse than the pancake scrambling. I've had that before.
Look, just mitigate the fallout from the beginning and accept that there are going to be a couple of attempts.
I want to be perfect from the get-go.
And they're still delicious. You can still eat them and they still taste delicious. That's the chef's reward. You get to have the funky broken ones. I have found in my pancake making kind of a middle heat. Not too hot, but you don't want it to cook too slowly, otherwise you're going to be there for like 3 days.
And you get a medium rare pancake. We want it cooked, no?
And of course, you can go thicker, you can go thinner. I mean, you know what you like.
I want to see the way you go, Greg.
Okay, I thought you had just taken over the station. Okay, I don't even know how much we're going to pour in, but we'll...
This one always makes me super nervous.
I know. Okay, so for this... You want to kind of spread it around.
So when you become a dad, is this one of the classes you take?
Oh, yeah. The kids love making pancakes. I probably could have done with a bit more batter there.
Okay.
But I quite like, and I'm glad we've got a lot of butter in, I like it when you get the little crispy edges.
Oh, yes.
Just a bit more caramelization. Absolutely love that.
So how do you know when you're ready to flip?
The edges start to lift. And I would generally just give it like a little blow and then just...
Oh, really?
I'm not going to blow on these because the whole studio is probably going to be eating them as well. But again, if you're feeding your kids, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
okay?
You share blood. Come on.
And that's already
around.
Because there is quite a lot of fat in there, I'm not going to do a gigantic flip after our antics this morning. So let's just give it a little gentle young.
I'm so excited.
But that's actually all right, eh?
Ooh! Usually the first one's a flop. This is absolutely perfect.
Look, it's a bit rustic, but it's actually looking great. I like that. And then
okay, let me man your pancake.
Down. Very good. Oh, and that's starting to bubble and do all of the wonderful things. I think this is absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful, right?
And do you know what I like about pancakes? You can go quite bespoke here for each individual person. So everyone can create their own. So you have the ingredients, a big jug of the syrup. Absolutely beautiful. That looks amazing. And of course, the Jacobs 3-in-1 mild isn't just for sipping. We have proven it this morning. It's for savoring. So we'll catch you next time for more deliciously unexpected blends. But for now, you can find this amazing recipe at expressoshow.com. Happy cooking, baking.
Look how crispy and beautiful that is.
That looks absolutely amazing.
Well done.
Let's get it on the plate.
Yeah.
Creamy coffee in 3, 2, done. Jacobs 3-in-1. Wunderbar.
So the belly's happy, but now we've got to make the ears happy too. And we found out all about him, but now it's time to see some new music. My man is coming at you, Mzansi, and these boys are ready. They're going to be performing a temple of just magic, gears, and all the good stuff, so I don't want you to go anywhere. Can you feel this? It's coming at you in just a bit. Let's go.
Welcome back, you beauties. I think this Monday needs to feel like a Friday.
Yes.
You can do it. Let's press the button.
Let's do it, because the Temple Boys are here, so let's bring it on and bring the gears.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mr. Gam from the Temple Boys. We want to start the morning with an epic song called My Man, My Man. Let's go.
He's my man. I am not. He's my man. I am not.
Ze zit van mijn vangers van. 1, 2, 3, 4, ik sta man. Wat de week komt, wat gaat aan? Misschien maak je het nog aan. Zij ja, de band, je is van. Ik kom maar nou van Japan. Wat de week komt, gaan wij nog energie, man. Zo gaan we go, let's go, let's go. Ze zit van mijn vangers van. 1, 2, 3, 4, ik sta man. Wat de week komt, wat gaat aan? Misschien maak je het nou aan. Zij ja, de band, je is van. Je komt maar nou van Japan. Je komt maar nou kan tot kan. Kan tot kan. Hij gaat dus. My man, my man. He's my man. He speaks to all of us. No one say hopping. I do time, baba. Hey. My man, my man. He speaks to all of us. No one say hopping. Hey. Basta weer kom hier, man. My man, my man. He's my man. He speaks to all of us. Let's go, let's go. My man, my man. I do time, baba. Come on. My man, my man. He speaks to all of us. No one say hopping. Come on. Basta weer kom hier van mij vangers van. 1, 2, 3, 4, ik sta man. Basta weer kom wat gaat aan. Misschien maak jij ik nood aan. Zeg hallo, boys hier die span. Ik kom maar nou van Japan. Hi. Come on. Vandaag. Hoe vandaag? Waar je vandaag? Vandaag. Hoe vandaag? Waar je vandaag? Yo. Wat zeg je? Niemand. Come on. Waar je vandaag? Vandaag. Hoe vandaag? Waar je vandaag? Vandaag. Hoe vandaag? Waar je vandaag? Yo. Let's go. Yo. Ay. My man, my man. He's my man. He speaks to all of us. No one say gebed. I do time, baba. My man, my man. He speaks to all of us. No one say gebed.
Come here, man, he's my man. He speaks to all of us. No one's like Gaben. I do time, Baba. My man, my man. He speaks to all of us. No one's like Gaben. Come on. Sinds we van my vangers vang. 1, 2, 3, 4, extra man. Was de week kom wat gaat aan. Was geen mag jij ik nooit aan. Ze aan het aan die die span. Ik voel me nou van zijn pan.
Last time was the week of here we go.
Kom on, nou van zijn pan. Sinds van my vangers vang. 1, 2, 3, 4, extra man. Was de week kom wat gaat aan. Was geen mag jij ik nooit aan. Ze aan het aan die die span. Ik kom maar nou van zijn pan. Ze lopen ook aan tot kant. Van kant tot kant. Waarom?
Stay tuned for more.
Thank you, Temple Boys. My goodness, that was just a touch of what's to come. I've been told that there's still more music on the way, but from my man, to my news, it's just gone 8 o'clock. Let's get in with your national headlines first. Where Gauteng public hospitals delivered 806 surgical procedures by 7 p.m. on Friday as part of the third #Mandela Day 2025 surgical marathon conducted over a 12-hour stretch across 29 institutions. Now, this marks a significant increase from last year's 742 surgeries and showcases the province as the first in South Africa to implement treatment time guarantees aimed at eliminating delays in surgical care. Now, the operations focus on critical specialities like cataracts, cleft palate repairs and prostate procedures will continue through July, reinforcing the initiative's growing impact on healthcare delivery and patient well-being. In other news in the country, more than 1 million applications closed on the 18th of July for the South African Police Service Basics Police Development Learning Program, with women accounting for over 595,000 submissions. Now, Gauteng led all provinces with 267 and 31 applicants, followed by KwaZulu-Natal. Approximately 334,765 candidates hold NQF6 diplomas or higher, particularly in law, policing, IT, criminology, or BSc fields. Now, preference will be given to graduates, with some matriculants eligible if holding university admission or driver's licenses. Only around 5,500 posts are available, making acceptance extremely competitive amid overwhelming interest. Let's take a look further afield at your international news-making headlines, where veteran diplomat Rick Swart assumed his duties as United States Consul General in Lagos, stepping into the role across Nigeria's southern region. Now, the appointment marks a new phase in U.S.-Nigeria relations, with Swart overseeing efforts to deepen trade, investment, cultural exchange, and regional cooperation. Now, his arrival follows a period of interim leadership and reflects Washington's intention to reinvigorate bilateral ties amid geopolitical complexities. Now, Swart brings decades of experience from postings across Africa, Europe, and the Middle East, with a focus on strengthening people-to-people connections. Meanwhile, at least 67 Palestinians were killed and dozens injured by Israeli gunfire while waiting for a UN aid convoy in northern Gaza, according to the Hamas-run health ministry and UN agencies. Now, the World Food Programme convoy encountered massive crowds that came under fire after crossing checkpoints, with total casualties reaching at least 88 on Sunday. Israel asserted that warning shots were fired at a perceived threat and disputed reported figures. The incident represents one of the deadliest in a series of attacks on civilians seeking aid amid Gaza's deepening humanitarian crisis. And finally, closing off with a feel-good story where final figures are in. Ozzy Osbourne's farewell concert raised a staggering £140 million. Now, to put that into context, that's over 3.3 billion rand for charities including Cure Parkinson's and Birmingham Children's Hospital. Now, held earlier, triumphant note. We'll definitely continue the legacy of rocking on right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But that's where we leave your news for today. Let's get into your final sporting highlights with Gray.
While the past rockets get a nod, the future also gets a spotlight. Let's focus on the future of Springbok rugby right now, of course, and the Boks wrapped up their July test block with another dominant display, 55-10 win over Georgia in Mandela. debutant Marnus van der Merwe and winger Edwil van der Merwe both scoring twice in a 9-try performance from the team. Then Locke Ruan Nokia was amazing, named man of the match as the Boks now shift focus to the all-important upcoming Rugby Championship. It's a massive one. Now let's look at the structures below the Boks. The junior Springboks, they ended their 13-year title drought with a commanding 23-15 win over our old foes, the junior All Blacks, in the World Rugby Under-20 Championship final in Italy over the weekend. Tries from the brilliant Kola Inyali and Guillermo Mento, plus Vusi Moyo's accurate boot. He's been on song throughout. They sealed the win. Dominant scrumming, driving mauls, powering South Africa to their second global Under-20 crown. Well done, gents. Now, let's hope the same will be said soon for Banyana as they book their place in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations semi-finals with a 4-1 penalty shootout win over Senegal. That was after their goalless draw in Morocco. The goalkeeper Andile Tlamini, once again the hero, saving 2 spot kicks. And that means now South Africa will face defending champions Nigeria, while hosts Morocco meet Ghana in the other dream semi-final tomorrow. We are in another final as South Africa sealed their place in the Tri-Series T20 International Final with a dominant 7-wicket win over our Zimbabwean neighbours in Harare. So Robin Herman smashing 63 of just 36 balls, supported by Rassie van der Dussen's unbeaten 52. As the Proteas chased down 145 with ease. Some superb death bowling from Corbin Bosch and Nandre Burger, restricting Zimbabwe to 144 for 6. And of course, the batsmen ready to do the job. And that's where we leave our sport for this beautiful Monday morning. Let's get one last traffic update.
Absolute beautiful stuff, G-Man. And yes, one last time for most of you heading out the roads, let's help you out. And we're going to start off in Johannesburg, Gauteng. There's been a multi-vehicle accident on the N12 westbound, and that's at Galuli's interchange. Now, the middle lane is closed and delays are expected. So please ensure to pay extra attention when passing through. From Gauteng, we move to Cape Town next, and there seems to be an accident which has occurred on the N2 outbound at Hospital Bend. Now, as you can see from these visuals, there is a lane that is closed as a result of this heavy congestion, which can be expected along the affected route. So again, you have to allow for added travel time on your journey. And I think anybody heading out on the roads this morning, buckle up, stay safe, and plan accordingly. And from the road, let's head to the sky now for one last edition of our weather news. And on the weather news fronts, we bring in some environmental news now. Protests over baboon relocation plans intensifies, and that's for a call for something humane, ecological, and a management strategy. Now, environmental news this morning is that baboon management in Cape Town is once more in the spotlight following the proposal to relocate 5 troops from the South Peninsula. Over 100 people protested in Simonstown this weekend, urging the city of Cape Town, sandparks and Cape Nature to consider alternatives. Our conservationists argue that baboons are vital to biodiversity, dispersing seeds and revitalizing ecosystems after fires. Now, the question being put forward and quoted is, are we going to treat this like any other global city, or will we make accommodations for our precious wildlife? Unquote. Now, this is the question being asked, and they wanted to know. Now, a memorandum was also handed to officials demanding better waste control, enforcement of bylaws, and more compassionate solutions. Well, we hope to see a positive solution out of this one. And keeping things positive, let's dive into our last sunrise view of the hour. And we're heading to Pelican Park, where Gail has come through with something spectacular. What a vibrant shot. Beautiful, powerful sunrise, and literally just beaming out of the horizon, lighting up the sky, and giving us the beauty and promise of a magical day. Wow. I can't thank you enough for this beautiful picture. 15 degrees is what you can expect over here. And for the rest of you, Mzansi, a reminder, keep sharing those sunrise views. The number is 063-036-9649. We literally love seeing it. It puts such a good smile on our dial and raises the elevation and the feels of the temperature that you can expect to see right now. So while we talk about this incredible shot, you can have a look at what temperatures you can expect for your day.
this morning view, just the cherry on top of our beautiful Monday. But listen, I might be able to make it a little bit better because your Monday could become memorable when you play Daily Lotto for an estimated 450,000 Rand jackpot. All you have to do is play right now for your chance to win a big payday before your actual payday. Buy your tickets now in store. You can head to the website nationallottery.co.za. There's the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply just dial *120 *7529# for all USSD. Now, of course, all those details are on our Expresso social media pages. Please go and check them out to get yourself in the running. Then Panda Pusha play Daily Lotto, and that's for an estimated 450,000 Rand jackpot today. I just have to ask, Mr. Graham Richards, can you get better than $500,000?
I think I can. You might have thought that award season was over. Think again. Our amazing social media team have done it yet again. Look at those beautiful faces. Look at that beautiful award. TikTok have recognized trendsetters of note. This is a massive, massive milestone for our team, for our show. I'm not saying it's really competitive around here, but they might be winning. What an amazing part of this Expresso family. And yes, they make a strong case for the small screen being amazing, but don't worry, the big screen is still best, and we'll prove to you exactly why. But we're going to connect with this amazing team after this, find out the secret to their success. Definitely not my dancing. We'll see you after this.
It's my feel good.
The rumors are true. It is your feel-good breakfast show, and right now, it's time for us what's trending on TikTok chat. But today, we're turning up the spotlight on our very own Expresso social media team. We are so proud of these creative masterminds behind all the viral, scroll-stopping content on our platforms. We know you've seen many of them before. Now, this powerhouse team recently bagged TikTok's prestigious Trendsetter Award. This is a major accolade given to publisher accounts with over 500,000 followers, that's 500,000, okay, who constantly nail timely, trend-driven content that truly just connects with the audiences watching it. Now, we've got the hustlers behind the scenes. We've got Bianca, we've got Zoe, Kelsey, Nihal, who, of course, chase us down for all the transitional moments. Okay, we kind of like it, we really do. And make sure that our Expresso stays the top of our feed. And then, of course, we've got Miss Jules in the building, the mother of all social media. Let's give them a feel-good welcome. You're usually behind the scenes, and now you get to do what we do, all right? But before we get to congratulate you, I do want to point to a very special message. This one by Boniswa Sedwaba, TikTok's head of content operations for Sub-Saharan Africa. Now, she sends her congratulations all the way from Lagos.
Hi, a big congratulations to the Expresso show for winning the TikTok Trendsetters Publisher Award, for mastering the art of creating timely, trend-driven content that resonates with audiences. A huge congratulations.
Okay, they deserve another round of applause. Come on, yes. Okay, this is very exciting news. Julia, I have to touch down with you first. How proud of you of the girlies. I mean, they're just killing it every time.
I'm so incredibly proud of them.
Sure.
They really put a huge effort into the channel, into creating really magic moments in terms of their content, and for giving the viewers in our community a look behind the scenes. It's what doesn't happen on the show.
With the magic light.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It allows people's personalities to come through, and it gives the community at home just a different look into Expresso, the brand.
Yes.
And they're really doing a fantastic job. So a huge thank you and congratulations to all of them, but also to our amazing community at home. Without you watching the content, engaging with the content, we wouldn't have awards like this.
That's
so
amazing.
thank you so much to our community at home too.
Oh, shout out Mzansi, shout out our Expresso fam. But you're right, it's true. Sometimes I don't even know that things are happening online, and then I get sent from my family group, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So people are loving, they're watching it, they just, you know, enjoying, sapping up every little moment of it. I gotta ask you guys though, B and Zoe, do you have any favorite moments that have happened behind the scenes that you guys have captured?
Oh, there's so many. There's so many, but it's just entertaining to work with you guys. To be honest.
Yeah, I think the most fun I have is when we teach them a new dance or something like that.
Teaching a new dance or something, or like trying to explain our vision to you.
But do we nail it? Yes or no?
Some presenters need a bit more editing.
They might be great. They might be great on live, but then TikTok, a couple of more texts.
You know what I'm saying? You know what? This one went viral. Lucian actually was a superstar here. They said that this was his idea to dance because the rest of us we were behind. Raul and I were trying our best. That's the most you could ask for. And I think that's it. It's the enthusiasm at the end of the day, 100%. Right? Yeah.
And creating it, because I feel like sometimes our presenters are like, nah, I don't want to do a dance today. Even Lucian, he'll be like, my back hurts. I don't know. But we have to hype them up. And that's, I think, our biggest job is like hyping everyone up, but also hyping the people at home.
Yeah. I remember a moment also, I think it was last year, where we changed during a wardrobe poll. And then we had to run behind the scenes. B was like timing at the same time. That one also did very well aligned. And it shows, Jules, to your point, the behind the scenes of what happens.
Absolutely. And it's so important. It's so important to bring the community in and make them feel part of the family. And you do that through behind the scenes content.
Shout out, B. I gotta ask you, how do you guys even stay on top of trends? Are you on social media? You're like, this one, this one, this one. B, maybe I can come to you for that.
Yeah, I think it really helps that all of us have something different on our For You pages. You know, from trending topics to viral dances to rugby to horses to temple boys, whatever. So we get a mix of different things, and we figure out like what could work for our brand. Expresso's got such a unique voice and such a unique audience that we've brought along over the years, 100%. And it's amazing to see how that have also changed. And so sometimes it's a hit or a miss. Sometimes the video does really well, sometimes it doesn't, but we use that to then engage and see what do our viewers actually want? What do you want to see at home? And then we try to do more of that and really give you that, but then also bring you in and show this is what you maybe see on TV, but this is also what goes on behind the scenes. We're
it's
also
the
just
chaos
humans.
that we love.
We also make mistakes. We also just like love having a bit of fun and I don't know, laughing at ourselves.
We do. I mean, look at that chaos, especially when you're all set up for the bed stuff. Because all you see, Expresso fam, is the goodness and our beautiful faces presenting. But we are behind the scenes, it gets intense. People are lifting heavyweights here. All right, so I gotta ask you though, I mean, you are a content creator, you are a presenter, you are a social media guru. What advice would you give to other content creators that are also trying to get to where you're trying to be?
I was actually speaking to Kelsey about this now and talking about niches and people knowing their niche. And we were having the conversation about how important is a niche. Because I think we have such a beautiful brand as Expresso, but how do we now take that brand and give something more than just what's on the show and give more? And I think for anyone who wants to create content, it's about that. It's identifying who you are and who you want to be, and then saying, okay, but what can I add to that? What more can I bring? And consistency. I think the biggest thing from us and what makes our job easy is, you know, we will be here. We've been here for over a decade and we will continue to be here.
Oh,
so
I
it's
love
a blessing.
that. I love that you mentioned consistency, because if there's one girl that knows about both that and virality, it's Kelsey. Our girl from the unlimited pretty girl from Cape Town. Kels, I mean, what goes into it when it comes to being viral, being consistent? Is that truly what it's about at the end of the day?
Listen, so I love aesthetics and planning things out, but what I've realized is that magic really does lie in the moment. Like, and in the moments that I least expected. So the video that I love and Zanzi also loved was the video of you running across the studio. There, and like how
you gotta show up, man.
Literally, how you were able to just like turn it on in 2 seconds, and I just so happened to capture that. So capturing things like in the moment is like where so much magic lies. So that's something that I think is like a little secret ingredient.
I love that. Always see you guys just behind you with your phones. You're like, just in case a moment happens. Nihal, you're the newest addition to the social media team. Yes. Also doing so well. Every time she comes near, we all like, no, we don't want to dance again, but we'll do it for you, girl. So tell us a little bit more about what's the most rewarding part about being part of the girls.
I think it's definitely that they are so supportive, very helpful, help me learn a lot. And then the most rewarding, I'd say, is that we are able to put smiles on the faces of the country, you know, and the comments and the feedback that we get back from the country. It's like really rewarding to read back and see those things,
That's beautiful, because sometimes we just think we're here, right? And then we forget that we're going out to not only South Africa, to the rest of the continent, the rest of the world. Digital really allows us to cross over into those parts. So congratulations once again, guys. You make us so proud. Like, I know that we try to avoid you, but we low-key kind of like it. So make us dance some more. Okay, let's take a look at one more video. What else is happening on the TikTok streets? That's what happens behind the scenes for the Fashion Pulse. Every time you have to choose between two looks, usually on a Tuesday, this is exactly what goes on. Thank you guys once again for also capturing memories and capturing moments. Jules, well done to you and the team. You guys are fantastic. Come on now. Woo! Beautiful.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, it's Ozzy. Welcome back, your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And as you've just found out, it's not just us trying to make us look good, but our social media team is still back at it. After a quick interview, they're back to work, and it just does not stop.
And it's like
really.
they are relentless. But one thing that they didn't mention, because this will often happen, is I'll cast my eyes across the room and I'll see one of the social media team members looking at me, just trying to figure out in their head if I can do the dance. And it breaks my heart when they just go, nah, and they just move on to the next thing. And it happens probably about 4 out of 5 times that they don't even come and ask me to even look at the video.
You get that, I get the spinning face, I get this. Ooh, let's make him do this.
Exactly. We love you guys. Thank you so much. You're a massive, massive, massive part of how successful the show is. One of our pillars. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay, but enough streaming now. Get off your small screen. Let's talk about the big screen for a moment.
Let's bring it back. And I think this is what it's about. Because they say streaming was the future, but one step into a movie theater and you remember why it's magic. And I think the scent of buttery popcorn in the air, a screen that swallows you whole, and seats that move with every twist and turn.
Literally.
That's movie night on a whole other level.
Completely. And Harmony understands this. He hit New Metro's Media Day to see how the silver screen is stealing hearts all over again. It's a brand new area. So let's just say it's not just a comeback. It's a full-blown cinematic revival. Let's do it. Lights, camera. Let's take a look.
Lights, camera, next level cinema. We are here at Hyde Park, where one of South Africa's leading cinema chains, New Metro, is pulling back the curtain on what the future of movie-going looks like. We're talking everything from motion seats to 270-degree screens and in-theater dining. Ladies and gentlemen, let the movies begin.
You need to handle this. This isn't the first time there's been violence like this in Southport.
Beverly, you're one of the great minds behind New Metro. So can you tell me, what is today all about and why now?
We set today to speak to the media and industry players about the state of cinema in South Africa, to set the landscape and to have an understanding and have a conversation around what cinema means to the South African audience. First and foremost, to debunk the myth that cinema is dead. It's not. Cinema is evolving. And it's a transition phase between New Metro stepping up in the market and leading the trends.
New Metro has been going through an exciting transformation. So what are some of the big evolutions that you have put in place in order to give us an incredible cinema experience?
We speak about our experiences when we speak about going to the movies. We've got a kids cinema which has got colorful seats, a playpen, a ball pen where there's low lighting for kids to have a break, go and play games, take time out, all of that. We have the VIP offering where it's luxury leather recliner seats, where you have in-cinema dining. So you can just order your food, a meal, more than just the Coke and popcorn. You have access to Extreme. Extreme is the large format cinema screen and sound. Then you've got the 40X, which is a multi-sensory cinema experience. So all of this elevates movie-going experience in the market. It's what will make you get off your couch and come to the movies, because you can sit in front of a screen which is that big, whereas you come to us and it is enormous.
Beverly, it's not just about movies anymore. You are building a lifestyle experience. How do partnerships with people like APSA and other players play into this vision?
So our partnerships with the likes of APSA and other partners, we create value propositions through their rewards and loyalty programs, where they offer discounted pricing, not just on the movie tickets, but also on confectionery. When it comes to buying a movie ticket and taking your family out to the movies, it's an experience that comes to the forefront when it comes to going to the movies.
That's always kind of been her thing, right? Trying.
You know, feelings aren't bad. Now that we've heard what's next for the entertainment giant, it's time to experience the magic for ourselves. From immersive technology to next level luxury. Today is all about seeing the future of cinema, and let me tell you, it's looking epic.
I think New Metro is honestly a unique experience. The presentation today was beautiful and it makes me want to come back again.
I really like that New Metro has different kinds of viewing experiences, and I think that's pretty cool.
What would I pick between a 40X or a VIP experience in the cinema? I definitely would go for a VIP experience. Give me some food, give me a drink, give me a reclining seat, and give me a great movie, and I'm definitely there.
The 4D experience, oh, that was so fun. It literally felt like I was inside the screen, and just the way that it was orchestrated was so creative and so vibey, and it just really made me feel like everything was so alive. But I don't think cinema is dead. I feel like cinema will always have a place in people's hearts. I think the best experience of walking into a cinema, getting your popcorn and your snacks, sitting back and watching this big screen.
What excites me the most about where cinema is heading is taking it to the next level, taking storytelling to the next level, where you're not just watching what's happening, you're a part of what's happening. From the mist and the fan to a white screen, you just get to be a part of the movie, a part of the story. Beverly, for those who think cinema is dead in 2025, what do you have to say to them?
Cinema is not dead. You've just forgotten that going to cinema is fun. Get off your couch and come to New Metro.
Whether it's motion seats, multi-sensory action, or a screen that literally wraps around you, this is cinema reimagined. I'm talking VIP comfort and technology that pulls you into the story. Today proves one thing, it's that cinema is just getting started.
Oh, don't wait your popcorn. No, there is always, with me, and I don't know why, and I do like salt, but not to the extent that I put it on my popcorn and movie. It's like got to burn the top layer of my tongue off or something, but I have to. It's like...
I'm a butter salt boy, eh? Yo, just stack it on, and I want it to be stronger as I get to the lower like levels of it. But oh, I'm so jealous of obviously seeing Harmony just living up his best life there, but reminding us that I think we should kick it old school like back in the day. Gee, it's giving us every reason to get involved in it, and here's another reason to get behind it all.
I can smell the popcorn. Oh.
Now, I thought I worked out enough this morning, but I think I've got space in my body to move just a little bit more because the Temple Boys are still in the building, baby. They've done one song more to come your way, and this one is quite familiar to us. The box said it, Damian Willems has said it, and of course the Temple Boys are screaming it from the rooftops. Hulle weet nie, wat ons weet nie.
Mr. Staffelaar, hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie. Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie.
Nazik, Temple Boys zijn schoen, man. Het zijn lachjes, man. Goed los. Anders, baba. Wow, ik voel mij nou, man. Hou op, je toekomst zet, zij je zee. Basta weer, kost op, zij wel op mijn leer. Kom je bent in, van ons gaat toe winnen. Give wat in, give wat in, doe wat in. Alla in mijn schoen, easy Malibu. Malibu, alla in mijn schoen, easy Malibu. qua mấy bơ gáy Hello vậy Hello biết tôi sẽ lại
I like this move. I don't know what that was, but I like that move. Well done, Temple boys. I hope you have one more song. If not, we're going to put them in the recipe because they're going to cook something. I don't know if it's a Gatsby or a sub, but it depends on which part of South Africa you're from. Not only that, we're going to put them under more fire. A round of quickfire questions are coming their way. Teach me something. What's a little move? I saw this one. No, what's this one? Oh, did you do it? Come on. Oh, come on, man.
What do you want to do?
A little move. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I did. Kan je het voor mij rippen, alsjeblieft?
Okay. 2, 3, go. We're going to practice in this ad break. We'll be back straight after this. All right, we'll do it again.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, ho, with your feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back, Mzansi. I'm clearly absorbing all the vibes here from the Temple Boys who have been blessing us with all their hears this morning. So let's try and put them under pressure. They are clearly handling live TV like champions, so we thought a round of quick-fire questions might just do. And this time it's with the new faces of more music, the Temple Boys CPG in the house. Gents, how are you enjoying the morning so far?
I'm enjoying my time here by Expresso.
Settled in?
For me,
Settled
it's
in.
amazing.
Yeah? Nerves are gone?
Now I'm settled in.
We can officially say you guys are home, and I think Mzansi definitely agrees. So this is how this works, okay? I'm going to put the question to all of you. Whoever has the first answer, or out of all of you can come up with an answer, you give it to me straight. Don't think about it, just give me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay.
All right. So, out of the group, first question. Who's the real Mr. Steal Your Girl in the group?
Stuffler.
Stuffler. There's Stuffler with him, you're wondering. Mr. Steal Your Girl. All right, second question. First thing you do when a song hits 1 million streams?
Post it on our socials.
Go wild, socials.
Socials, straight to social. What do you do, man?
Me? I posted on WhatsApp.
Oh, yeah, the WhatsApp status.
Oh, no, WhatsApp status. I don't involve
And we
me with
usually do a celebration just for us, for, you know, private.
Okay, like something special between
Something
you four?
special, just
maybe
for us,
cooking, like Stuffler.
Who's the cook?
Stuffler.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you what he has.
Might find out some more about that later on in the kitchen, but let's carry on. Okay, what is an artist that you drop everything for to collaborate with? International or local, who would it be? Someone you really want to work with, yeah.
Mr. Welkom, Stuffler and
This is the collaboration that we never knew we needed and we're here for it. Okay. Maybe one of you, or you can answer this, maybe it comes into your account, the craziest DM you've ever received. Maybe the Temple Boys account. Yeah, Stuffler?
It's rude stuff, sorry.
Ooh, okay, but remember it's a family show, so just be aware of that.
I got one.
Yeah?
There was a DM, a girl asked us to make a video to her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah?
Asking us just to tell him to take her back.
Oh, wow!
I can remember, yes.
Okay. That's quite a romantic gesture. Getting the Temple Boys to show up for you. Hey, I'm getting some ideas here, guys. If you want to propose to your woman and you're not sure,
We have to be like, take him back.
are you serious? Did it work?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Okay, well, update
No,
us on that
hopefully-
relationship.
hopefully
I'm
it
sure they
works.
can't say no to these four pretty faces here. Come on. All right, let's keep going on. Who takes the longest to get ready before a gig? Or who took the longest to get ready this morning?
Come.
Is he the smooth one? What takes so long? The hair, get up and the fader in. What is it, bro? Just
Been a long night.
recovering from the night before. Okay, let's move on. Have you ever used your music to impress someone you're dating or had a crush on? Like, maybe they didn't know you were, then you were like, babes, you know, I'm like one of the Temple Boys. Did you ever have to?
No.
You don't have to. Oh, you don't have to do that. The people already know.
I'm sure she's watching.
She's watching now.
She is watching, so...
Babes, are you impressed right now, huh? That's live TV.
I bet she must be, man.
Nah, you guys are handling it like absolute champs. Let's keep going. If you had to choose a Cape Town party or a Johannesburg party, seeing that you partied all over in South
You
Africa.
can stop just there. Cape Town boy.
Cape Town's fine. Yeah, it's when you're at home, man. You're with your Mensa. I can't blame you. What's the most expensive thing you've bought since blowing up? Because I'm sure there's some... Oh, are you the one that spend? No financial...
Unnecessary.
Just lying here down playing Call of Duty.
No, tell the truth. Your clothing, Bogart, unnecessary.
How many pairs of shoes do you have?
How many do you spend 30K on clothing? 2 jackets. 2 jackets.
You got to 50K stuff.
But you know what? This is fine. And remember, tell the people this on live TV, and this is the reason why you're going to have to increase your rate on the next gig, because our man has to get his shopping on. I love that.
You're shopping big.
You like nice things?
Yeah.
I do.
I can't blame you, man. Look here,
No one can blame you.
we all come
Not
from
nice things are, I like to eat a lot.
You've actually come to the right place, Buffy, because we've got a kitchen waiting for you and there's liquor food, so look, we got to finish this. Okay, we're almost there. The strictest in the studio. Who's the strictest? Who's the one that actually keeps you all in check? Because I'm sure. Are you the law?
Yes, he's the law.
He's the law.
You can't take joke in studio.
And I can imagine this is a lot to handle. Eh?
You're 4 boys.
And try to keep
We 3.
And I'm the youngest. I need to act like the oldest.
Wow, okay.
Like to complain, man.
The dad of the line.
Yes.
Look, someone's got to do it. Before we go, one last question. One word to describe your new single.
Fire.
Fire. Okay, I'm going to get a word from each of you. Fire.
Fire.
Amazing.
I love it. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Stuffler.
We go boss.
We go boss. Listen. That's fine. I'll take them all, man. I'll take it all, guys. You've been absolutely incredible, and I know it's not going to stop here. I want to thank you again for sharing yourselves, your passion. I think Mzansi resonates with you, and you're definitely inspiring an entire nation. But maybe you can inspire us in the kitchen, because I believe that's next. Who's going to be cooking up?
Chef Temples is here. Yes.
Oh, Chalu. Well, let's get it going. G-Man's waiting for you on the other side. Keep having some fun, boys. Nicely done.
Thank you so much.
Oh, clearly we've got our hands full this morning. Let's fill the bellies. We've got the Temple Boys in studio with us, and clearly they are up for it. So we thought, why not put them to the test? Not on stage, in the kitchen. And clearly they like their food as well. So we've invited them to roll up their sleeves, literally. And on the menu today, saucy chicken subs. So I'm going to ask Mr. Arafierent to join us and Mr. Stifler to join us.
Hi, good
At first, I was worried that I was getting the two naughty ones, but I don't think there is a naughty one. I think you're all naughty.
I'm the most disciplined out of the group.
I'm the naughty one. I can vouch for that.
Do you vouch for him being the naughty one? Okay, well, great. I don't know if we should put you next to the hot pan. So we're going to call them, what do you want to call them? We can call them subs in some parts of the country. We can call them Gatsby's in some parts of the country.
Mini Gatsby's.
Hey?
Mini Gatsby's.
Which means you've got to have like 3 or 4, hey, together.
Is that what
That's the end result. Can you do it?
With your guidance.
With
With your guidance.
I don't know so much. I don't know. No, I've got high confidence. Okay, so one of you is going to be on the cooking station.
Me.
One of you is going to be on the dressing station. All right, so what we're going to do, pour a little bit of that oil in.
Can I wash my hands first?
You can, with absolute pleasure. Look at you, man.
Definitely, man.
And it goes down. Look, you'll notice above where they're washing their hands, we're running out of room on our little award shelf there. Well done to our amazing social media team. They are trendsetters, bar none, doing an absolutely amazing job. I'm going to ask you to pop a little bit of oil in that pan there while it gets nice and hot. Maybe just turn it down a touch.
Do you turn it down here?
There we go. Let's do this guy here. There we go.
Can I make it look mysterious?
Yeah.
Where's the camera?
There we go. Mysterious. We've never had mysterious cooking. That's enough. That's enough. Leave some for the mystery, man. Okay, so pour a little bit of oil onto our chicken.
Remember a little bit, bro.
You are the law, hey? A little bit of that oil there. There we go. Yeah, that's it.
Over the chicken.
Yeah. Chicken, man. Oh, and he's shaking a little bit. Don't worry, bro. It's okay. Eh? Do you know what it is? We use the term rustic in our kitchen. Eh? It's okay. That looks great. Okay. Then we got spices. We got some cumin. We got some paprika. We got some chicken spice because we love our chicken spice. Have you brought your bargat already, bro? Are you coming for a...
This pot is too hot. I don't want to see the boys on your buffet. So I thought I was bringing in something fresh because this thing is cooking and steaming, and I want this to be perfect. I want it to be Wembley Roadhouse quality.
Only the track must be fire this morning, not the food.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Ryle.
Got you.
I think he just earned a nickname. I think we can maybe add him to the Temple Boys roster. Okay, so pour a little bit more oil in there. Just a little. Yeah, there we go. And now you're going to mix in your spices into your chicken. Perfect, dude. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Spices.
Okay, now you're going to hoist some spices onto your chicken. Yep. So we've got some cumin, we've got some paprika going in there. You've got to have a bit of chicken spice. So we've got some barbecue chicken spice and just a little bit of heat because we like it. And you'll see on the screen right now the QR code that you can scan. Okay, mix those guys together with your ladle, and then you can pop that into the pan. And luckily being the kind of less fatty meat, the white meat, it's going to cook really quickly, so we don't have to cook for too long. And once that's looking nice and covered and ready to go, I think that looks perfect, buddy. You can just hoy it onto the pan and cook away. All right, now you're going to create the boats for us. So we're going to do this slightly differently. You're going to cut across the top, not all the way down, kind of halfway so that you can create a nice little boat or pocket. No, from the top. From the top? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So you can then just split it. There we go. Easy peasy. How's that going? Nice. I like your style. You've got quite a unique, interesting cooking style. Very, very good. So, James, can I ask, who decides on the nicknames? How do you guys earn these nicknames? Is it in a moment? Did you have a meeting? where you guys made nominations and suggestions? Did it happen on one crazy night out? Where does the nicknames come from?
So my nickname out of fear, and it resembles like partying, being the one that's most outgoing. So that's me.
He's the one that always arrives, you know.
You know, I'm always there.
Out of fear.
Yeah, and you only need one of those, hey?
Yes,
and then a party's fine. But if that person doesn't rock up, you feel it. You
and
feel
then we get stuff
absence.
over here. What does your name mean, bro?
You know, back in the days, I was a ladies guy. I used to
How does your mother feel about this?
I used to study ladies, you know. Guy, you know.
Have you changed your ways, hey?
Yes, definitely.
No, look at you now. You're domesticated. You're in the kitchen cooking for the ladies. It's a different world,
I hope my
man.
mom is proud because she taught me how to cook.
I had to. There were about 9 jokes that jumped to mind there that I had to edit out. You're lucky, not on breakfast TV, man. No, your mother's very proud of you, bro. I can tell you right now. So that chicken's looking great. You can, I think now as it starts to brown off just a little bit, you can add our peppers, and we've got a full spread of peppers and some.
Shouldn't you add this first?
Go for it, wait, in there, in the pot. Just go for
too much.
You're a rock star, bro. You can have as much as you like, dude. You've earned the right, bro. Someone else be spending 30 grand on clothing, you get your peppers, bro. That's it. You get your breakfast.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, that's going to come together beautifully. Once that's cooked off a little bit, we're going to add our peri-peri sauce, our mayonnaise, and then we're going to put our beautiful unctuous mixture inside. Bit of cheese on top. Goes into the oven, 180 degrees for about 12 minutes or so, but you just want to keep checking it. Obviously, once it looks like that, it looks lekker. Who do you want to invite in for a quick taste test?
Mr. Wigme said he's going to do the taste.
Okay, you can start doing some push-ups, work up a little calorie burn in the meantime. If you want to get this recipe, expressoshow.com. Of course, you can continue to scan the QR codes that you see on the screen when we're cooking to get that recipe sent directly to you. We will have a taste test after this. We'll see you now.
A taste test.
It's my feel good.
Oh, like I've been saying all morning, hey, yo, with your feel-good breakfast show, the energy's been so perfect. And here's something that could make it even more perfect, and that's with regards to putting moolah in your pocket.
I wish I had pockets right now, but don't worry, it's not about me. Your Monday could become memorable when you play Daily Lotto for an estimated 450,000 Rand jackpot. You got to play now, though, for your chance to win a big payday.
Yeah,
how do they get their hands on some
do it
tickets?
like this, Chris. So you can buy tickets now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. The mobile app, you got cell phone banking, or simply dial *120 *7529# and then follow the USSD. That's simple.
Simple, easy pie. All the details are on our Expresso social media pages. So please go and check them out. And Panda Push Up Play Daily Lotto for an estimated 450,000 Rand jackpot today. And you could just win big. I honestly feel like I've been winning the biggest because Tepa boys are in the building.
Oh, they're going to be sending us home. You mentioned pie, so let's take a slice of this
Yes,
pie. It's
please.
a temple pie, and it's all the energy we need. Let's make Monday feel like a Friday. Boys, let's go.
Hi guys, it's the Temple Boys. For the last time, we're gonna do our last song. Sakis, let's go.
Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Are you ready, Shuffler? Good morning, Cape Town, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Sakit sa palapa, may hanap o payapa. Say move, I know sulit ka. My bike and do it.
Zip jou my bonus af, dan sê ek Walla, walla Special shout out to Mami For the last time Ek sê 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go Saggies balle Hande op by jou bum Sy hoef aan nou so lekker My baie sy krullis, smaak op plus Sy's doffers, sy gelukkig Ek sê jy, Jankie Dala maak op die vlieg Weer voor boys, boeren uit Dala lekker op die buis Eier het sy jy jou laan Wat sy van my bereid Sy, hallo jy, hallo Sy fiets door sy draai Weer voor boys Hallo julle Hallo julle
Indeed, they come as the party starts. Absolutely love them. I think they deserve their just rewards.
Yeah, boys, get in there, boys. Y'all earn yourselves this child, definitely.
I love you,
Beautiful. Okay, who's earned the right out of the performance today? Because you're the boss, obviously. Okay. Who deserves a mini sub?
I know he's craving for.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give it to you.
I think Mr. Kham. Can you come?
Come get this on your lip, my friend.
Let's restore the body just a little bit. Okay, after a heavy night.
Yeah, as the woman, let me serve
You are prepared to eat this guy. I like it.
And I see the aprons back on, just a reminder of who made this good child.
I already put it on. Myself.
And listen, boys, you should all be proud of yourselves. You absolutely rocked this morning on live TV, representing the entire culture, new music, and I think you guys are just getting started. So here's just nothing but great energy for your future. I think it's going to be bright. Don't forget to come back to us when you win all the awards. We want to hear, but first, we want to see all the incredible things, and I know it's going to get better and better.
I think we should get them to sign one of these aprons.
Yeah.
Now, we are so proud of you guys.
No battery.
Guys, you cooked along, hopefully you danced along, hopefully you trained